Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Of course, it wouldn't be a show without them.
Oh yeah, without who?
Our audience.
Wait, how come this one's over here and that one's over there? Are we live already?
I think so.
Holy crap.
Don't tell
Right
anybody.
before we went live, he said, pretend you've done this before.
That's true.
And clearly I have
You
not.
have not.
Hey, I'm actually very excited about today's game. So let me fix this and I'll tell you why.
I want to know why.
Well, check this out. As you know, and everybody that knows me knows, and everybody that knows anyone that knows me knows.
That you say that every game is a good game.
Right. And my passion is tournament. I really get excited for tournaments. I love doing commentary tournament, final table. Cash games are cool, but it's not where my passion is.
Tell me about your passion.
It's tournaments.
Okay.
I thought we covered it. I thought we had covered that. But this game tonight, so a little precursor into the creation of this game. I'm leaving for Vegas tomorrow.
Good. Get the heck out of here. California doesn't want you.
It's a rough thing, you know. I'm sacrificing.
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing to go there. I have to leave beautiful Sacramento and go to Vegas.
That's fair.
I wanted to do one final send off to myself. I like to give myself a gift.
Wow.
And
Bold strategy.
Put together what I think is the #1 all-time player lineup we've ever had. And it almost came completely together. I got all...
So, but this isn't it. It's what you're telling me.
I got all but one of my favorite players into this game. All but one.
Oh, wow.
And he canceled last minute. So it's pretty close. It's like 90% of the game that I wanted, which is, I mean, good. If you got 90%,
It's an A-.
A-.
It's strong.
Right?
But on a curve, it's a solid A.
Right, on a curve.
Okay. It's a curve table.
Are we grading on a curve?
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you're right. The table's curved. So anyways, amazing game. And right before we started, I just poked my head over the wall here into the booth. I'm like, is it pre-action? And they just look at me, they're like,
Yeah.
speechless,
Lots of car accidents.
So we are in for what is commonly referred to here on Stones Live as a dumpster fire.
Oh, I was going to say shit show of awesomeness, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
We try to stay away from that. But hey, thank you for everyone that's joined us. All the early comers to the Stones live stream. We have I Hate College 209. Great name, by the way.
What else are you going to do? Play poker?
Canadian Shooter, Rick and Barstow, Pocket Abe, Suited Aces, Me Too Mofo. That's
Yes,
a good one. And
yes.
even some random guy named Fat Train's in there.
I'm in.
So we should go down to the table and introduce this game because this is a great game.
Let's do it.
The great game. Seat 1, you know him, you love him. He's becoming kind of regular to the stream. That's Mike Lewis. Mike has a very unique playing style. It's not that ABC poker that you see, but it's also still very solid. But he mixes it up. He makes a lot of different moves. He is sitting immediately to the right of one of the most creative players ever to play the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's Nat.
Oh, that's Nat.
I love
He's got
watching
this
Nat
gnat
play.
buzzing around his head right next to him, and yeah.
I love watching this guy play. The things that this guy does are things that you just don't see a lot of poker players make.
Magic.
It is. He is a magical player. Now we got Paul W. sitting in seat 3. He's been on the stream a few times. Very solid player. Good ability to mix it up. And then right on his left, another rangeless monster.
Rangeless beast.
Bill H is in the house.
So my prediction last night that I said was, you got Bill H in this game. I said he's either going to be down 5K or up 10K. Like one or the other. Like Bill H.
That seems like a small range.
He's a
That
beast.
seems like a very small
He's a
range.
beast.
Anything can happen. I mean, Bill's one of those players that he could sit down at the table and he could kill a game.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he could completely
If
take every
Bill
chip.
is running good, everybody else I can guarantee you is running very bad. It's end of story.
I was just talking with Harlan, who is over there in Seed 8 earlier, and he was saying that the last 2 big pots he's lost to Bill, a 7K pot and a 10K pot, Harlan had a set of kings both times.
Yeah.
Bill cracked him with a 4-6.
I was there.
Open-ended straight, but made a flush.
Yeah.
runner flush.
So
and
bad.
the other one was when he had like a 10-something and made a flush.
And they were such setups where you're like, are you really going to lay down top set against Bill H?
Okay, so we're going to run through these real quick because it looks like the game is starting. Seat 5, Uncle Matty. We know him, we love him. He's a favorite.
Absolutely.
Ed Sill is sitting in Seat 6. He is a newer player to the stream. I think he's been on one time before. Over there in seat number 7
Robert Y.
is Robert Y., one of our resident grinders. Harlan in seat number 8.
Who you almost don't even recognize because he's not in seat 1.
And then seat 9 was going to be AD. He couldn't make it, so we
Okay,
got,
so we got
Peter K, who has showcased his salad eating abilities as being
Absolutely.
positive EV in his poker game.
Absolutely.
So let's get this show on the road.
Without further ado, let's let the best game ever.
What is Pocket Abe saying nice hate to you? Who'd
Nice
you hate
hat.
on?
Nice hat.
Oh, hate. He said hate.
No.
I thought you were hating on somebody.
I do not hate on anybody. Well, you.
No.
Yeah. That's more like love. It's love-hate.
It's love-hate. Okay, love to hate. I'm interested to see how Edsel plays. I haven't seen his game before.
Okay, so we're going to do our usual Peter salad eating bet.
No, I always lose.
I'm going to say before 8:30. I mean, that's with the line right in the middle, before 8:30.
Major Giggles chimes in the chat room, says that the introductions need to be combined with the meals that they're eating.
Absolutely.
I think that makes sense.
Peter salad plus EV all day.
I know Uncle Matty ordered a grilled chicken with a side of veggies. We'll see how that does for him.
It's keeping it lean and mean on the table.
So Bill H has bumped it up. It was 10. I'm sorry, Robert Y actually bumped it up. Bill H calls. We're waiting for the graphics to catch up here. I believe we are 3 ways to this flop. We do not know Bill or Edsel's cards yet. There's Bill. Ace 10. So Bill is so good at playing these random hands. I always like to see what he does when he gets a real hand.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is nobody ever expects Bill to have a real hand.
Right.
You know, and so they're just like, well, Bill can't have ace 10 here.
But
He can't have
rangeless
king
monsters
queen
can get hands too.
here. No, it's not allowed.
Suited Aces, thank you. We will get the word back to our production crew in the back that we...
No, I like showing in the cash game that Bill H has 15% of the chips in play. I like it. I'm not surprised. I like it.
It'll be fixed momentarily. We streamed a tournament last night. I think some settings didn't get put back.
Stones Life Poker says we ran out of money symbols, guys.
This is a cash game.
It's
Don't
real.
worry.
It's very real.
Don't worry.
Is this real life?
Can you run out of money symbols? I know you can run out of money.
You can't. Run out of money symbols too. When you run out of money, it's bad. When you run out of money symbols, it's like extra bad. So Bill H is going to obviously limp along here with 10-6 suited. Looks like their live straddle probably going on. Bill H is going to come along. And Mike L's going to pop it up. He's
Pocket eights.
40 to go from the small. 50 bucks to go from the small. Oh, I'm sorry. Harlan raised to 55. Mike's going to call. And Bill's like, yeah, I got 2 cards. Of course I'm in there. Queen 7-10 on the board here.
Bill actually gets the best of it with this 10-6, and this is going to be plenty enough for Bill to get a little active in the pot.
A little funky.
And that ace on the turn after it checks around gives Bill a flush draw to go along, but he can't be happy about an ace being out there. Harlan also with a worse flush draw. Nap bets his 8-9. He is open-ended. Does Harlan gamble here?
It's Harlan.
I don't know, though.
No, it's rough because if Harlan had even a gut shot straight draw or something to go along with
Something
that, he'd
with
be
it.
in there.
He is
But
grabbing
just,
chips,
Just
though.
a random 5-5 flush draw is rough. But the only reason he's considering it is because in his mind, if it gets there, it's so sneaky and runner that nobody's going to see it coming and it's totally good, although he's going to be in a world of hurt against Bill. And apparently we all know Harlan's history so far with Bill.
You know, Harlan was telling me tonight that Bill and Nat are the two players that he's a little concerned about. But it doesn't look like he's too concerned there as he bumps it up to what looks like maybe a $400 raise. Nat's out of there instantly, and we're back around to Bill, who unknowingly has the best of it right now.
Yo, Bill's got Harlan just crushed.
Seems like he always has Harlan's number, doesn't it?
Literally he has Harlan drawing dead here. Life is so good if you're Bill, it's not even
I
funny.
think just a call.
And Bill's the one guy that you're never going to bump off a hand.
Heads up now, Bill already has the check mark going to the river. Ooh. That is a wrap, and that card actually
saves Harlan so much money.
Pretty good for Harlan.
Saves Harlan so much money.
You're welcome, Harlan. The poker gods have smiled upon you.
Now, Bill first to act. Did Bill check over to Harlan? He did. So now Harlan is going to lay his own price here. And what's Bill going to do here? I mean, now that the flush didn't complete, right? I mean, you can put Harlan on an ace or queen after that giant raise. He might get away with this if he fires in a large enough bet.
I don't know. I've seen Bill call off with a pair of threes on a board like this.
Oh, God. If Bill does a soul read on Harlan here, it's going to be a fantastic call. And Harlan is just
Bill likes to call Harlan. Everybody knows that.
And if Bill calls this and flips over, Harlan might be a little tilty that he called him with a 10.
Well, that's what we want. We want tilty players to make for a good game.
I mean, it's Harlan, but he's still, the way he played the hand, he's repping something bigger than a 10. Hell, even 10 jack. You know what I mean?
The suspense is killing me.
I know.
Right?
This like, guys, Walker, just right off the bat, let's just, with two hands like 10-6 and 5-4, you know, just firing
That's how
with
you know
air.
it's a good game.
Yeah. I could just watch Bill H. and Harlan play heads up for eternity. Just go.
For eternity?
Well, maybe not eternity. Oh my God, oh wow.
I think he's stacking up a raise. Come on.
The posturing's killing me. The posturing's killing me. Oh my God. Oh, he's just stacking out 600.
Okay, all right.
But when he just grabs that stack of green and just eyes Harlan down, I'm like, oh God, he's gonna do it. Oh God.
Man,
oh my God.
There it is. A fantastic
I want to
call
watch
by
Harlan's
Bill.
reaction here when Bill tables the 10.
Oh. What a smash up first
my
hand.
God.
So the very first hand, 2.3K in the pot, Bill with 10-6. And Harlan wasn't kidding when I was talking to him earlier. Bill has a soul read on him.
Suited aces sums it up. What a sicko. And you gotta love Harlan too. Harlan, all he does, he leans back, he laughs. You know what I mean? So many players would just be so angry right there. You know what I mean?
And Bill H with 25% of the chips in play now.
Would that make him a chip leader? Or chip leader?
He is the chip leader, actually. Harlan's in last place with only 42 bigs.
Look at that. Harlan stands and gives him applause. Wow.
I mean, it was a great call.
It was a great call.
That was
a great call. God,
honestly, okay.
It's so sick.
Most players, Harlan would have taken that pot
They
from.
run away all day. See, and that's where you can't even fault Harlan. Great play by Harlan. Great call by Bill.
Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, it's just...
Suited Aces jumps in, wants to know who's the short stack. It's Harlan right now.
Oh my God!
But this is a rebuy event.
Oh, Jesus. So I say, so we have I Hate College 209 says that's got to be a bad call in the long run. Like, what the heck? Well, at the end of the day, you know, these guys play together a lot. You see Harlan and Bill H playing together a lot. Not just on the stream, but every time I come in here, if one of them's at the table, I feel like the other one's not too far behind.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, these guys, I mean, they know how each other kind of plays. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm never making that call.
Never.
I'm never making that call.
But maybe that's why we're not at this game.
Well, I mean, I lose
obviously.
a lot less money when I commentate on the games.
God. And you know what? It's so sick. If a heart comes, Harlan loses even more.
Look at this. The very next hand, Harlan with 3-4 suited raises to 45. You think he's on tilt?
Jeez.
A little tilt.
Yeah, just a little. Cumulative winnings. It looks like these winnings are off. The cash win command is definitely off right now because it shows Bill H only up 170 since we started the stream, which we all know is definitely not true.
Major Giggles wants to know if we allow buy-ins to the table's largest stack on all games in the house, 1-3 and higher.
Okay, I was like,
1-3. If it's 1-3 or higher, you can match up to the biggest stack. Of course, in limit, you can buy any amount.
Now, have you had people like hop into 3-6 game and buy like 5,000 in chips?
Not here, but in a previous room
I know.
worked in.
I remember. That's where I'm.
There was this guy. He called himself the Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
And he would come in, and he would buy into the 3-6 or 4-8 game for like $10,000, and won it all in ones, and have like mountains of chips. And they would have people take pictures of him. But then he would like show you pictures of him with mountains of chips at other casinos and brag about how he won.
Wow.
And I was just like, we just saw you do this in our casino. Like, we know. It was pretty funny.
The
you know?
jig is up.
He had a little thing going.
So Michael from the cutoff here is going to put in a raise to 35. And Nat here from the button loves his button. Queen 10 suited is going to 3-bet to 135. Button just feels good.
Yeah, Nat takes it down pre-flop.
Done deal.
And that's what happened last hand. Harlan, little tilty, raises it up with 3-4, and Mike in seat 1 picked up the ace-king and 3-bet to 225, takes it down pre-flop. And, I mean, I think as the players that tend to be a little more grindy players, is that a word?
Yeah.
Grindy?
Grindish.
I heard it at the strip club.
Grindy. That's a slightly different type of player.
Oh, that's
but
different?
Keep going.
Okay,
Yeah, keep going.
those guys, they're probably a little out of their element right now, just trying to get a bearing at the craziness that's ensuing at this table.
Oh, yeah. And this is, I mean, I feel that like the first big hand here you saw between Harlan and Bill H is indicative of how this entire night's going to go.
Yeah.
And, I've seen a lot of these guys we talked about, I think it was Paul there in seat 3. Just because the stream ends, guys, I mean, I've done the stream and played here later, and this game will go into all hours of the night, and Paul's still just there like grinding out. Like, this game is just going to be disgustingly awesome. If you're anywhere local, get down here and get this game.
Well, I mean, if you can see the list up on the board over there, it goes so far that you can't even see.
It has to refresh?
Off the screen, yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to get on that list, they can either contact you or they can use the app.
Oh, why would they just use? They should just use the app.
Yeah,
You don't have to talk to a person.
Yeah, no, or even text you. I wouldn't want to text you.
Yeah,
for
don't
sure.
text me.
Absolutely not.
Suited Aces says that the 1-2 plays more like the 1-3 more often than not. You'd be surprised. Don't get me wrong. The 1-2 here is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's an action-packed game as well. But when you take the limit buy-in of the game and make it to match the largest stack, which the 1-2 does not allow, it completely changes the dynamic. I mean, we've had 1-3 games here, 10, 15,000 on the table.
I was
like
going to
it's
say,
nothing.
I know a lot of players who are basically, they feel comfortable at the 1-3 level, but the 2-5 is just a little bit bigger. They're not ready to quite make that step.
Yeah.
So the 1-3 here is really, really great because by having that table max, you kind of get like this sweet in between, the combination of both. You get the money that's on a 2-5, but feel like you're kind of risking less because it's still a 1-3.
I'll be honest with you, when we were first setting this room up and we were deciding like what games we were going to spread and that discussion was on the table, I was against having a 1-3. I thought it was too small of a step, 1-2 to 1-3, and then to the 2-5.
But now 1-2, 2-5, totally different games.
Now that I see it,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we did it.
Very cool.
All right, so let's catch up with the action. It looks like we're 4 ways to the turn, 2 spades on the board, some straight possibilities.
No
and
flop, top. Harlan's got cheese. So
Uncle
does
Matty
Nat.
has an opportunity here to make a straight on the river if he's going to stick around. But Nat, however, is going to make a play at this pot. 275 to play for, and he's betting about 200 into it.
Solid. Now, we all know, where's Bill going? Nowhere.
Oh, we're rusty.
Yeah,
It's
we
been
are
a
working
while.
that. It's a start. It's a start. We'll
It's
get there.
been a little while.
We'll get there. But Bill's definitely not going anywhere. I mean, he's basically free rolling with some of Harlan's cash right now.
And that's Brick City, population U, bro.
Now you're taking my lines, dude. Now you're taking my lines. I was just gonna say that.
You got the best lines. I'm going to steal them, okay?
All right,
No
well,
shame
one,
in my game.
if one Justin's not gonna use them, the other can.
So now you have Nat and Bill playing against each other in this pot. Nat on a total bluff. Do you think there's anything Nat can do here
No.
that Bill won't call with ace jack?
Absolutely not.
I mean, if he'll call off with 10-6 with 2 overs on the board.
No, absolutely. And the sick part is there's nothing you can do. And if you check, Bill knows he has you beat all day, so Bill's gonna bet. So I mean, Nat is
There's no winning.
Nat's in check fold mode.
Nat is an intuitive player. OMF Ball's in the chat room. He remembers the wizard. He heard me mention he wants to know what room I used to work at. Before I tell you that, who are you? I want to know who he is first before I say, because maybe you're one of those people.
One of those people.
Those people.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, and I think we answered this question earlier here for Come On Sheets. It was, can you explain what there's a 1-2 and a 1-3? And they actually typed that question in right as we were explaining that, so
yeah,
that's why. I mean, they really play like completely different games.
Oh, Rick and Barstow knows. He's been here. He's played all these games. Mostly he sits at the bar and drinks beers. But
yeah, that's standard. Well, I mean, because that's what you do in Barstow, so that's what you do here.
JB Darts, you did not miss Urban Dictionary Word Night. It happens at 8 o'clock.
40 minutes away, and you won't want to miss it.
Is
so
that,
Mike L.
Specific Standard Time?
That is specific standard time. Mike L. is going to pop it up to 30 here with Queen Jack. Nat's going to call. Paul's coming along. Bill's coming along.
Oh, everybody's coming along.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't
make
care
it a
what
party.
Harlan has. I don't care what Harlan has.
Harlan's so tilted right now.
I don't even care. Harlan, any 2 cards. 2 mystery cards. Deuce low for Harlan. It's good.
Okay, so what do we have? 5 players? Nat's buying chips. 7,
Speaking
6,
of D-Gens, I think
and a
the
3.
bearded Jake Wonder just walked in the room.
Actually, it's funny. I posted this list for this game on Twitter earlier today, and Jake instantly texted me and said, "Put me up."
I want in. I want in. So top pair for Nat with a straight draw here. Nut flush draw and a straight draw for Paul W.
Nice, Paul W.
And Bill's got bottom, but it's enough for Bill to just get in there.
Get it, Bill?
And to the turn, ace, and Paul's hand only gets better right
Look
here.
at Bill's hand. Picks up a flush draw to
it's
go with
so
bottom
sick.
pair.
I feel like the poker gods always just dangle just enough in front of Bill to keep him in there.
And to keep him winning everyone's chips, you mean?
Oh, so bad. So Paul is a solid 70% favorite here in this pot, but that's never stopped Bill.
He bets 150. I think Bill can't go anywhere now.
Oh God, watch it be like a 4 of hearts.
He's looking for 3s, deuces, or any of the remaining hearts, and the 4 is not one of them.
Not gonna work. And that's gonna make it real easy for Bill to get away here. It's a scary board with really nothing for you. Unless he puts on Paul, yeah, it's like a check. Paul hates it too. It's easy for anybody to have a 5 in their range, like 5-7. In fact, somebody had 5-7, 5-7, 5-6, anything like that.
So I didn't even have to say where I used to work. It just came up in the chat room. These guys, a bunch of these guys used to work where I used to work.
You have a lot of good stalkers. You have a lot of good stalkers.
Yeah, I love my stalkers.
Everybody needs a good stalker.
I don't know if they're saying that the bonus and promotions created cancer players there or here. For some reason, it did create cancer players there, but here I feel like the bonuses definitely do not.
What do you mean by cancer players? Just bad players who just grind for the bonuses?
Some of the promotions, most of the promotions that were based on hours. So yeah, there were people that just sit there and just take their blinds and only play aces or kings. So after a while,
go out to the World Series. Guys are just watching movies on their iPad waiting for aces or kings.
Right. I mean, after a while, some of the games at Royale just got super grindy and slow and
grindy again. How many times are we going to use that word tonight? I like it.
Well, like I said, you know, my friend at the strip club introduced me to it.
You can just call her Veronica.
But here, I mean, we have a lot of great promotions, and I do not see any games playing exceptionally tight. No matter what limit you're at. You get even up to 5-10, and you see on our stream sometimes, we'll run a 5-10-20 or a 10-25, and
there's always a solid mix of players here, man. There's a couple players who play pretty tight, but then there's a couple players who religiously, I mean, Bill H, prime example, right? I mean, you don't want to be on the, when he's running good, you don't want to be on the other end of it, but Bill H is not afraid to throw chips in there with you.
Problem. When is he not running good? That's the problem. When is he not?
10-10 deuce here. Peter with the best of it.
You know, not a horrible hand if you're holding pocket nines to see 10-10 deuce. You know, the 2 10s on the board make it much less likely that your opponent's holding a 10. Now, Nat, Mike L, these guys.
Now checks over to Nat. Nat's going to bet it. The problem is that anybody with a 10 is going to check to you anyways. They're never going to bet the flop, and most likely they know the guy in position is going to bet.
But knowing that, you could bet it.
Of course. That
meta game.
Dude, meta game. With a player like Nat, meta game is strong. So 3 peels off, changes nothing here. Peter's still with the best hand. Peter's going to check over to Nat. And this might be setting off some alarms for Nat, and Nat does check behind. 6 peels, Peter with the best hand. And Peter's going to bet it. I'm surprised Peter just didn't go into check call mode, but he is going to bet it. How much did he bet? He bet 225? Peter bet 2 1/4. Nat's gonna make the hero call. I can't fault Nat for calling.
Hey, look who it is.
What a great lineup. Man, I wish I was somehow on the list for that game.
You are on the list.
Oh my God.
I put you up.
Yeah, you're off the screen on the list. That's how deep you are.
Jake's mad at me.
Pack your bags, we're going on a guilt trip. And that's, you look, don't get the beard upset.
I
Bad
was
things
doing so
happen
well
when
with
the beard
him.
gets
I
upset.
thought we were like friends, and then now one shot, it's all blown.
I can't look at the names on the list with the app, can I?
No.
Okay.
Just the number of players that are signed up.
It's probably better that I can't, otherwise I'd be in here all the time.
So Texas AG98 thinks that the vlogger game, which we're having on July 26th, is going to be a bunch of nits. Are the vloggers all nits? I never heard this.
I don't think so.
I thought they were players.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be cool because, like I was saying last night, I feel like we're going to get multiple different angles of it. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, you're going to. I mean,
Andrew Nemi's bringing a drone.
that's what I mean. I want to have up like multiple monitors.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to have like everybody's feed going
You could
at
have
the same
like 10
time.
different
It's going to
feeds,
be
right?
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be fun.
Ooh, M. Baldy with the sick reverse needle here. Jake is fine on the table since Brian isn't there. Ooh, wow. Apply Cold Stone's water for burns.
That was a painful hand with him and Brian.
Oh God, it was so bad. And so when we're introducing players on the table, I'm in here with Jake, you know, and it gets to Brian. And Jake's just like, "What can I say, bro? It's Brian. Just Brian gets on the list, and it fills up. End of story."
How do we get to the river on this board? Oh my God. Come and Sheetza wants to know if the commentators can comment on the trooper. We invited the trooper.
We did.
We invited him. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving for Vegas tomorrow. I hope to run into him. I still would like to bring the trooper out to Stones. I will fly him out, put him up in a room, and even pay him an appearance fee if he'll come here and commentate with this Yahoo.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Amazing.
I'll pay him more than I pay you.
I get paid crap, so I mean, you give him
So
a $20 bill.
It won't be
he's
tough. It won't be too tough to do. Yeah, there you see it right there. That's the vlogger game. That's just a few of the players that will be joining us on July 26th. Very excited about that game. And just 2 days before that, I have a crazy lineup for a 100-200 limit hold'em game. It's already a full game, but if anyone else out there is interested in 100-200 limit on July 24th, you can just look in the chat room. My numbers are going in there in just a moment.
That should be a super juicy game. I'm
Text
really looking
me
forward to that.
and let me know you'd like to play, and I'll add you to the alternate list. I'm happy to do it. I have not ever seen a 100-200 limit spread, ever. Have you? Anywhere?
No, in the world.
In the world?
Ever.
Have
No.
you seen it personally?
Only in a James Bond movie.
In a James, no, that was like 100,000, 200,000. 100-200 limit. Yeah, guys, if anyone is like buddy with the trooper, give him my digits. I'll bring him out. I want to have the trooper on Stones. I've been fighting for it for a while, and he just doesn't respond to me. Maybe he thinks I'm not serious. I don't know.
Maybe.
I even sent him a strippogram. He never responded. The stripper never came back, but.
Well, he got the good end of that deal. All right, so Bill, the only player with a heart here, no surprise. The 7 actually gives Bill a straight draw, too, just
Wow,
for fun.
nice hand for Bill. It's enough for him to bet. However, Mike will give some resistance with that jack.
Look at that, and Bill just looks and just snap calls the 100.
Heart! Nope.
How does Bill miss that? I feel like that's basically like Bill's like 100% to hit every time.
Well, look, here's
And
the...
Mike, look at this. Now Mike checks, and Bill just insta-fires. Looks like maybe 2 1/4. Oh, look at Mike with the stare down. Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought he was gonna let it go.
I thought he did let it go.
He did let it go.
Oh, no,
What?
he called. He said call. Verbal
okay.
call.
Okay. I was like, wait, because it was weird the way he set his cards and looked at them there.
Imbaldi wants to know if I sent a male or a female stripper. That might be where I screwed up.
Yeah. Oops, missed it.
My social skills need some working on.
This might be it. They're only getting worse.
Oh, God.
Sorry in advance. Is Rick and Barstow in the chat?
He won't be.
Yeah,
for long.
no. We're gonna tell him.
30 minutes and Rick and Barstow needs to bail.
We're gonna tell him to earmuff it. All right, so Mike L coming in to call Peter's raise here. Peter with a mystery hand from the button makes it 65 to go. Mike L calls.
Paul W wakes up with kings.
Feels good. Except kings run notoriously bad at stones.
They really do.
Especially if you're Harlan against Bill. So raised to 300. Now Paul, so far this table's been relatively quiet. This might actually kind of lose him a lot of the action here. I would not be surprised to see everybody just run for the hills.
It is kind of a big raise.
It's solid. It's a solid raise. It's 5x over the 60. So, I mean, Paul is screaming, I have a monster.
He's screaming it, practically. I have a monster!
Loud noises.
I think that'll do it. Yeah, not even that's going to call there.
Yeah, way the best.
Not even with Big Lick. There's a lot of trooper hate going on in the chat room, guys. We don't need that. We love them. We love everybody, really.
You got hate in your heart, let it out, but not in the chat.
I even tried to get Lyman to come on the show. He won't respond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll put Lyman right in here with Veronica in a
Oh
heartbeat.
my god, that would be awesome.
Be great.
Lyman and Veronica.
We get a censor button going.
They basically have the same hair.
That's like my dream, the
I'm in.
Lyman and Veronica show.
I'm in.
I would set it up like that.
We get a censor button and basically just be on auto hit. Beep, 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 beep.
Lyman, I consider Lyman like the Howard Stern of the poker world.
Yeah, that's solid. And that's a compliment.
He's got the hair too.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. My lips get dry, okay? Leave me alone. Uncle Matty and Mike Yeller heads up here. On the turn, Mike actually connects.
Might have a winner. And 8 on the river makes
Wow.
the monster for Matty here.
Oh,
turns him into
Uncle
a
Matty
beastie
gets the
straight.
miracle card. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, where do you draw the line?
The last one was better.
What? That was even more disgusting.
No.
Oh, wow, you have an interesting
You
definition.
rip
of
it out? You rip it out?
What? What?
No.
Oh, God.
Veto.
Whatever.
I use my veto.
Whatever. You get one veto. I'm glad you used it for that. You didn't even know what's about to happen.
Try and pick one that's not stupid. Oh God, I already know what that is. Harlan with pocket 5 is gonna bump it up to 55 total. I should have took the Peter salad bet. He's eating a Asian bowl of something.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know how good Peter's going to run then.
Wow, Mike L waking up with pocket jacks after Harlan raises with 5s. Is that a re-raise? Yes, it is. 155 to go now, or 160 to go, sorry. Bill's in there with Jack 10. And why not? Why not get in there with Jack 10? This is called gambling for a reason.
Show me 8, 9, 10 on the fly.
I know, I was waiting for it.
Oh my god, quads for Harlan. Just no
This is pretty
questions
good.
asked.
Pretty good flopping quads.
How good do you feel when you're just in this monster three-way pot and you just bink off quads? So, and we check, because you're never going to bet quads there.
Wow. And you see there that Harlan already has the check mark. You might be thinking, but couldn't Mike go runner, jacks? Why don't you tell him what's going on there?
Oh god, well here's the deal. Harlan is praying right now that Mike has a hand like ace, king, ace, queen. He's just like, please have that all day so I can get paid. Because he would get paid off all day on that. Because Harlan's not really, but then again, and this is where Harlan's image could almost cost him money, it's always in Harlan's range to have a 4-5, 5-6, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he was known as a super tight player, then you'd never put him on a 5 here.
I love that Harlan just calls here. I think like normally in this situation, the check bet and he's gonna raise, like the just calling there has to set off alarms. And I think it does because he checks and then Mike checks.
Absolutely, yeah. Mike
right?
checks.
Mike's like, Harlan didn't raise me.
Well, at the end of the day, Harlan could be calling with any like ace rag anything, right? So I mean, you know, obviously 5 aside, Mike hates the ace out there.
I love these hands when this happens and Jake's commentating. He's like, be still, be careful.
Yeah, be cool. No sudden movements. No, this is Jake's patented move is, and we check, and we check.
Harlan with quad 5s. He flopped it, guys. He flopped it. Quads are a pretty good hand in poker.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose quads, generally speaking, you're probably hitting a jackpot of some sort.
That'd be nice, right? Wouldn't that have been great to come running jacks?
That would be awesome.
So the reason that Harlan had the check mark on the flop, even though Mike technically could have gone runner, jack to win, our RFID cards actually calculate cards that have already been folded as well. So jack being folded, obviously is what happened, means that Michael had no chance, which is unfortunate because he just called a 450 bet. And we didn't even see Harlan turn his hand over. You can hear him, though, announce quads, and Mike just lets it go.
Yeah, I love it.
Quads, nope, can't beat that.
Can't beat that. I feel like this is too tame. I feel like our audience wants more. We can do better. So guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you click that heart and follow us. We're here with you live every Monday and Wednesday, spewing cash game action. If you're lucky enough, then sometimes Harlan or Bill's at the table, because that just makes it extra spewy, and we love it.
Spewy Griffin. And then you hear on the table talk, Harlan is telling Mike that he thought he had an ace.
Yeah.
Which is why he played it that way. And that ace could have saved Michael a little bit of money too. He might have got more frisky if jacks were the top pair compared to the board.
I mean, I have a Red Bull can right here.
I've seen this done with a ping pong ball.
If only people knew what we were actually talking about. And 4-4 deuce on the flop. Brick City for everybody. Bet it to win it, and Paul's going to take it down.
Twitch US, yes, he did call with jacks. $450 bet on the river by Harlan, and Mike looked him up. Loving the table talk right now. Harlan just announced to the whole table that we all know Bill does not fold.
Yeah, no, but he does not. Guys, Bill's fold button is broken. It is thoroughly broken. Unfortunately, he's luckier than all of you. And so that's bad combination.
50 Shades of Justin in full swing. Be
Yes.
fishing poker, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I thought you had somebody change their username to that. I was going to be so flattered.
50 Shades of
and
Justin?
honored.
No, we got the handcuffs here.
It's a one-time thing, guys. Never again. Quad's gone bad. When quads goes bad.
All right, there's your board. Not much for anyone.
Ace 5, dude, already ahead here with a high card and a wheel draw.
What did Nat just bet $5? Oh, $30. There's a green chip under there. I was like, what? Oh yeah, Harlan bet 30. Nat calls. We're heads up now. 3 comes on the turn, and that does give Nat straight. Harlan had chop outs, but didn't get there. Nat with the best hand's gonna bet. Looked like about 70. Harlan's asking if Nat made a pair. Little does he know, Nat actually has a straight. That's better than a pair.
It is. He just bakes it right there on the turn.
Let's it go. Nat announces it. He doesn't show, but he announces that he made a straight. Harlan goes, why is everybody hitting everything? don't know, isn't that usually Harlan
I was
that's
gonna
hitting
say
everything?
that's like pot calling the kettle black. Harlan
Right?
normally binks everything he's going for. Like Harlan, any 2 cards, Harlan just hits a piece of that board every time.
You know, you don't realize you're run good until it goes away.
Just in general. Interesting.
Yeah.
Can't say I don't hate it. And Robert Y is going to come along here from the big. And he's going to pop it up to, looks like 40 to go.
Robert Wise been kind of quiet at this table.
He's stealthy ninja mode here. And Harlan looks him up. 3-6 ace on the board. Whiff City for everybody. Robert in the lead with Queen High. It's not going to stop. And this is where Robert's image instantly gets him paid, right? Robert's been playing so tight. It's so easy for him to have an ace there. He bets, and Harlan just like snapshot folds.
If you guys notice they're on the table, those are our new cards. You guys have seen them recently. Those are the Stones Live cards. We had them custom made for the stream. These right here are the Justin version of the cards. That's right. See?
It's true.
2 jokers.
I see what you did there.
2 jokers there. So RFID cards, that's how we can tell what the players have. There's sensors under the table. Don't let Veronica fool you. It's not gnomes under the table. She says they whisper their cards to them.
Sometimes it is,
Actually,
but we generally
technology.
give them Mondays and Wednesdays off, so
We do
not on the
technology.
stream. No.
All technology.
No.
This table is eligible for all in-house promotions, jackpots, rack attacks, wheel spins. Let's hope that we hit a jackpot tonight on the stream.
It's going to happen one of these days. And you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen when I'm not in the booth, and I'm going to be supremely upset about it.
Don't think like that.
I'm just saying. Just a realist. I feel like we should do this one for Wapre.
Oh my God, I think that we have a winner.
Okay, that's it. It's going down. All right, guys, make sure you tune in 18 minutes for your Urban Dictionary. It's going to make Wapre proud.
All right, we got a 3-way here.
Oh, well.
Nat gets the best of it with his jack. I love that Harlan's in here with a 3 deuce. Bet by Nat will take it down. Nat been a little quiet tonight, scooping up a couple small pots.
Nat just doing Nat things. Of course, we're talking about Twin Peaks. If we're not talking about Hooters, we're talking about Twin Peaks. Classic table talk. All right, Nat first to act. Looks like he's going to come in for a raise. He's going to make it 40 to go with 3s.
It's a respectable
And
hand.
Bill H got 2 cards, so he's in. Paul had ace 10 and he mucked it? Paul's playing pretty snug here. Bill H has king 6 suited, way good enough. Maddie also makes a call with ace queen. And Edsel over here with jack 10. He's going to come along as well. And Robert Y with 8s on the button. Heck
I like the pump fake.
Little something for everybody.
Did he just call?
He did.
That's a big family pot.
And Mike's got 9.
Mike has 9.
Where's 3-9? What? Any 3-9? What? Ace, queen, jack, 10, anything.
Wow.
I'm not surprised to see him make this move here. You know, with the initial open and then so many people who aren't going to raise.
What did he raise it up to?
185. Pretty healthy.
I feel like with this many players in the pot, with 5 additional opponents, you should have went for a full-on steal and really went
and
big.
go more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's thinking that was big enough to take it down. But the problem is this could create a waterfall of crap, and here's why. Because if Nat calls, you know Bill's calling, and if Nat and Bill call,
I was gonna say Bill might raise.
well, this is sick because you know if Nat and Bill call, I mean, I'm actually surprised. You're just getting massive value at that point. I'm surprised Maddie got out of there. I'm not surprised Etzel didn't.
I hate college as a sicko. He's calling for a 3-9-8 all spades.
There it is. Yeah. 3-9. Oh my God, that'd be disgusting. Oh, there's an 8.
Well, there's an 8.
So Mike here again with our original 3-bet is gonna love that board. And you're Robert Y, and you have position on the button like Christmas come early. Merry freaking Christmas, dude.
This is going to be the second time that Mike is in second place with a better pocket pair.
You're saying too many seconds. I get confused. Second time, second place. Okay, so this is, and the thing is, you make that 3-bet pre-flop. If you don't pick
Mike
a 9,
loves this board.
you're hoping for all unders. Like this is the next best thing to flopping a set. And if you're Robert here, you flat. What do you think? You think Robert should flat here? Bill,
I would.
Now, if Bill's in,
There's no real danger here.
Yeah, I'd flat all day.
I mean, worry about
especially-
7-5.
Well, and especially now that you're isolated to heads up, you flat all day because with the 3-bet pre, you're putting Mike on an overpair. Not necessarily nines, you're putting Mike on jacks, queens, something like that.
360 to call.
I flat here. I flat here and almost make it look like a flush draw. However, Robert might come in for a raise here because if you almost flat here, he's coming for a raise.
Looks like a raise.
Yeah. So if you flat here, you almost look like you're on a flush draw, and then if the flush comes, you actually lose value, right? So that could be going through his head as well here. Oh wow, jamming it all in. Oh yeah. What do you say? You want to run it?
He is. I think they said 3 times. We're going to find out here.
3 times, and that would just be the turn the river?
Yes.
Oh, well then, Robert's loving life. If they ran the whole board 3 times, Robert would be in trouble.
All right, looks like we're running it 3 times here, and that gives Mike 3 opportunities to catch a 9 or get a running straight.
I think
That can help with the running straight right there.
Wow. It's a good thing Robert agreed to run it.
ran it
Wow.
once. He
I
makes a
can't believe
straight
it.
on the first
Wow.
board. Second board coming out. All right,
4.
4 is no help. He needs a 9. Okay,
so
Robert
that-
gets a second
so Robert
board.
wins the second board.
1 and 1. There we go.
Wow, okay,
All right.
so 1-1. So right now they're tied. This next person is going to come out with the edge in the pot.
All
10
right.
peels.
7.
Oh, God, it's so sick.
Wow.
So sick.
Mike wins 2 out of 3.
It's so sick. And it's sick because that's almost like best case scenario for Robert, because if he just runs it normal once, he loses, right? Oh, it's sick. Wow. Ayah.
That was pretty gross. So Robert flopping a set against 9s, and 9s can go runner, win 2 out of 3 times.
God.
Only
So,
a dealer like Cameron could deal that one.
Classic Cam.
Classic Cameron.
So now this is going to give Mike 2/3 of the pot here. And wow. I mean, I guess by running it 3 times, Robert at least does
I
minimize
mean,
some
it's
of his
true.
loss.
If he just runs it once, he loses outright.
Yeah.
Right.
So at least he minimizes his loss a little bit like this. But man, Mike running super good.
And the chat room goes crazy, right? Is that sick? You can flop a set like that and
Someone
lose
get
2 out
Robert
of
some
3
ice
times.
cream. Yeah.
He needs it. That's bad.
And the sick part is, I want to ask Robert, I wonder what's going through his head right now. I wonder if Robert actually puts Mike on a big hand with hearts, maybe like an ace king of hearts. So he's thinking he has to fade a flush or something. I mean, he's either putting him on that or he's putting him on an overpair.
He'd probably be. He's better fading a flush. He wins 2 out of 3.
I know, it's so sick. It's so sick.
Wow, that is so gross. Yes, Texas AG 98 live poker is rigged. You know, it always cracks me up when people say that they wouldn't play online back in the day because they felt like they saw too many bad beats that it couldn't have been real. But it's
Ask
like
any poker dealer.
they
See it all day, every day.
You're seeing so many more hands. Of course, you're going to see more bad beats, and the bad beats are going to stick out in your mind more, right? Yeah.
Well, prime example. So I'm in here. You know, last night Darren was needling me back and forth about this one hand where he got super lucky on me in a tournament. He doesn't even remember the hand, but I remember every aspect of that hand, right? And that's the difference, right? I mean, same thing.
Well, he
that
likes
tip-
to talk about
all
that hand
all
a lot for not remembering
and you
it.
like to talk about how I got ninth. Cool story, bro. So next question. You know, but it is funny. I mean, there is truth to certain, like, you know, Hollywood quote quotes and the movie
You were
Rounders,
first
right?
in my heart.
I can hardly remember how I built my stack, but I can't stop thinking about how I lost it all, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know I'm first in your heart. I definitely get at least one first place around this joint.
Oh my god. Rana Bahawal says that it happens all the time at Stone. All the time. You mean it's not a poker thing, it's a Stones thing?
Oh, classic. Speaking of classic, Stone's Classic tournament coming up later this year?
It is coming up September 29th. I have 3 of my 4 guest commentators locked up for it.
Ooh.
Locked up right in the back room right there.
And I'm assuming you're going to tease it. You won't even tell us right now, will you? You ain't going to tell nothing.
Sure, why not?
Tell me one.
Which one?
You pick. Just tell me one.
Want the headliner?
I don't know, guys. Do we want the headliner? Chime in the chat if you want to know the
Here's one.
headliner guest commentator.
I've got one that I should have a confirmation from this week. The other 3 are confirmed. My headliner is a big hero of mine, and I think a lot of people that play here in this room. Well respected. He writes books. He does online lessons. He's at the WSOP right now. A young man by the name of Jonathan Little.
Very cool.
We'll be doing commentary for our main event of our Stones Fall Classic. I'm very excited to have Jonathan out. I'm actually meeting up with him on Wednesday or Thursday. Have a drink or two and get the contract signed. And he is also not only going to do that, he's going to commentate the final table of the main event on October 8th, Sunday. He's going to stay an extra day and commentate on the 5-5 game on Monday night, next night as well.
Very cool. So you'll get him for tournament commentary and cash game.
Yeah, and so we're excited to have Jonathan Little out here for the Fall Classic. David Tuckman will be returning.
Love Tuck.
We love the Tuck.
Tuck's out there, and if you guys have been watching Poker Go at all, I swear to God, Tuckman never sleeps. He's just on Poker Go streaming like 24/7 right now. I mean,
we had to have him now. He is like basically, he's like this far away from Lon McCarron status. So
yeah, no, he's close. He's basically next in line to take it over.
And the third one that I just got into the Fall Classic, and she is going to commentate on the Six Max tournament we'll be running on Monday, October 2nd. The youngest woman ever, or youngest person ever to win a WSOP bracelet. She actually won her first WSOP bracelet in the European circuit before she was even old enough to set foot legally in a casino in the United States.
Love it.
Annette Oberstead will be here.
First world problems.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely. I look forward to watching that show for sure.
That'll be good. So I got one more guy that hopefully will confirm with me in the next day or two. It should be a very exciting lineup.
Right on. Well, that is definitely some stuff to look forward to. Just like Harlan in this pot, scooping it with 910 like a beast.
Love it.
Master C in the house. What is going on, my friend? How goes it? How goes it?
Also, it stands to mention, we should mention for the vlogger game, guest commentary by Crush Live Poker's very own Bart Hansen.
Oh, Bartholomew Handsome?
Yeah, he'll be out here in about 4 weeks.
Fantastic. You know, I actually got, I railbirded him. For those of you guys who've been out in the WSOP, they have the really nice higher stakes Kings room out there now, the Kings Casino room, and I kind of just stood behind Bart and watched him crush some beastie Omaha higher limit games.
I thought you were going to say some live poker.
Yeah, crush some live poker. He did. He was crushing live poker, and it was great. It was great. You know, he'd win a pot, and everybody was having real fun with it. But every time he'd scoop a pot, I mean, Omaha is a game of outs and suck outs, and basically you want the best hand on the river, right? I mean, and it's Omaha, and so you know, Bart would just have a million outs, and he'd get there, and you know, people would just needle him like, "Oh, is that how you crush live poker, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah," as he's like stacking mounds of chips.
That's awesome.
We love Bart. Very cool. I wonder if Bill H's run good is just limited to Sacramento area or just Stones in general. Because if it's not, I don't know why Bill doesn't have bracelets at the WSOP, because he just steamrolls everybody.
I know he goes to the Bay Area and plays some bigger limit games. I was trying to get him into a Stones live game a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a Bay 101, grinding some 4080, and you know."
Just grinding the 4080.
Yep.
Ain't no thing.
You're right. I do like that word a lot.
Yeah, grinding. Grindish?
Grinding.
Grinding, grindish. Any form of the word. Alright, so looks like we got some fun hands shaping up here. Nat is definitely stacking out a raise. Guys, greens are quarters, reds are fives, and whites are hundreds. And that's a solid amount of green. Let's call it 200 and some change, maybe like 230, 240, which is a healthy raise. So it's at 80 to call. Peter made it 85 with nines on the button. And Nat says, not in my house, 210. And everybody runs for the hills. Back over to Peter, who can't get his chips in there fast enough.
Thank you, Master C. I actually got all my hair cut, not just one.
Weird. 10-6-4 on the flop here. Peter's still ahead. And Peter with position, and he's in the lead. With Nat 3-betting pre-flop, I wouldn't be surprised to see Peter give credit to Nat for a bigger hand, but he's definitely not. Snap call by Peter.
This is not Peter's first rodeo.
It's not, and it was also a down bet too. He really bet 130, pre-flop it was 2 and some change, so the down bet is a little fishy.
Nat slows down and checks here. And he really can't do anything but hit an ace or a king to go ahead here. He'd have to bet to win it. 9s and 6s are the best hand.
Now the check behind by Peter's kind of interesting here. I think that, especially even on the river, I don't think Nat's ever going to check a hand that you lose to there.
I don't think Peter can get anything out of Nat here unless he bets like $5.
I don't think he can either. I'm just kind of surprised that Peter didn't bet the turn. Now, it's funny because now let's talk about the down bet on the flop. When you have an inexperienced player who down bets, that could show weakness. When you have a player like Nat who clearly knows what the hell he's doing and he down bets, that just kind of gets you like a confused type thing, right? And so it's just fishy enough to where you're not sure why he's doing it.
Do you think if he'd have followed up with bets on the turn in the river, he could have taken the pot away from Peter?
I think because of the 3-bet pre, if he sold, I think if he'd have to solidly like triple air barrel that, but I think there's potential to take that pot away there.
So what you're saying, Kelly Winterhalter would have won that pot?
Oh my God, she's a beast.
Yeah.
Only against Bart Hansen.
Only against Bart
Hansen. The bluff heard around the world.
For sure it was.
Sorry, that's why I call it the 5-bet.
Yeah, Edsel come in. Edsel does. He calls 10 with ace deuce. We haven't seen much action from Edsel yet. Excited to see if he makes it to a flop. I'd like to see some of his flop play and kind of get a feeling for his game. Mike L with 5s. We're going upstairs. 30. Nat 7-8. Great cribbage hand. Could be a good poker hand. See what happens on the flop.
Whoa, dude.
I was kind of hoping that we had an extra one of those hats.
No,
so
not for you.
No, I have one for me, but I wanted one to just like do like a contest. If someone like comes up to me in Vegas,
these are one of a kind,
and says like a random Stones Live thing, that I would give them a hat or something. I don't have anything to give away. I thought something like that.
Are you
going to
wear your Stone City around Vegas?
Yeah.
Because I shit you not, I had no less than 20 people like. I've seen the show. I've watched the show. You guys have that show, right? Oh yeah, from all around the U.S.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, very cool. A lot of East Coast guys. It was really, really, really cool. And so you'll see a lot of that.
Sounds like fun.
So,
hopefully they like the show too.
Yeah. Hey, you guys have that show,
I've
right?
seen your show. It's crap.
It's absolute garbage. It's a dumpster fire, and not in a good way.
Canadian Shooter, I am working fervently on getting our web store set up and merchandising.
You keep teasing people with that, but I've had a request every single show now, including last night.
I want to make it happen, believe me. It's not me that's holding it up.
Whatever, bro.
It's because of reasons, okay?
JFK riding the excuse train. Choo choo.
Choo choo. These hats did turn out great, and thank you to our dealer here at Stones, Paul. Paul does a great job as an incredible artistic talent. I actually have approached him and maybe collaborating with us and being a part of the artistic team for creating some more gear here. Because these hats, when I saw this, I was blown away. This hat is incredible.
Super cool. And big ups to Abe too, by the way.
Yeah.
Abe is the guy who basically he had the idea for these hats. He made them happen. He picked out the colors. He got them done.
It's very cool.
And definitely a gift that I will rock for quite some time.
I'm actually waiting till Vegas for the first time to wear mine.
Nice, nice.
Pocket Ape says he has another one, but I have to take it away from Kenny or Matt.
I'm gonna zoom in. Here we go. We will show you guys.
Yeah,
the
it's
hat
a pretty
there.
sweet
there
hat.
Is
pretty sweet hat.
Stones Live in the fullest here.
Pocket Apes, why don't we
Orange
just
and green.
why don't we take them and then make some more? Can we do that?
Cool.
We can get them theirs at a later date. Savage Medic, you are welcome for that. We're heads up here. 9, 10, and Ace Queen both miss.
Whiff City, population, Harlan and Mike. Bet it to win it.
Mike heard you.
And Mike said, okay. Ask and
Savage
ye shall
Medic says
receive.
that is a badass hat, right?
Yes,
I think if those were for sale, they would fly off the shelf like hot cakes. Was there a time when hot cakes were like...
I don't know. I've heard that
This thing
before, and I'm
comes
like,
from somewhere,
right? Like, the best thing since sliced bread.
Take 100 of those hot cakes.
And I'm just like, what? Just slice some damn bread. What's the big deal about it? I mean, I'm
Well,
so
I mean, I
confused.
would imagine when sliced bread first came out, it was kind of a big deal because people before they would just get the whole loaf and just, be biting chunks off of it.
That's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy, but we'll allow it.
Yeah, I think so, Pocket Apes. Here's the other thing, Pocket Apes. I'm leaving in the morning. Do you think if we did this, you could get them to me by tonight? Because I will just make up a contest right now. It should be fun.
Oh, wow.
And maybe you could text me cost so I can help with that too.
Oh, God. Bipolar Psycho says, I want a Stones hat, and I'm going to add on mine where 5'9" suited wins. Ouch.
Jake needs to be here for that needle to work, okay?
Yeah, well, for those of you who missed out, Jake lost, like $4,000 on 5'9" or something? 5K pot?
We don't
talk about
You
it.
need to rub it in, okay?
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Or where KK gets crushed, we know it. So, guys, after this hand coming up, we do have a little special treat for you.
Are we gonna do it after this hand? I'm scared.
I'm scared too, but just let it happen. Next up, Chips on 11 t-shirt.
Seems like almost every pot's got like 5 or 6 players in it. It's kind of cool, right? Lots of action.
Oh God, do we do it right now or no? I don't think we do, do
A couple
we?
minutes.
All right. I don't know if people are down with that. They're down for it. All right, so Jack 3-5 here on the board. And Nat with the best of it with the 5. He's coming along. We can't see Bill's hand here. We're catching up with the action tracker. So the 6 did peel on the turn there, and 3 on the river.
Wow. Bill just sticks in a handful of chips. I don't even think he counted them. He just went, here.
Now, again, that's something we've talked about too. We talked about live tells yesterday, and it's funny sometimes when people just grab a stack of chips, like they don't care, they're not even counting them. It's weird because you pick up on these sort of things, right? And it's they're either purposely doing it because they want to look like they don't care, or they're just doing it because they're like, I'm just gonna bet a bluff and whatever. I'm just gonna hope it works.
It kind of reminds me of that scene in Goodfellas where the wife asks him for money, and he's like, how much do you need? And she's like,
Yeah, about this much right
this
here.
much.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I watched that movie. I might need to go back and refresh. You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Classic.
So there we go. Finally, the tracker catches up, and Bill makes a boat with 5-3. Good
No
God.
way.
Of course you do, Bill. With all due respect, Bill did outflop him anyways. And Nat is really thinking about hero calling here. Nat's possibly, hopefully, pegging Bill on like a missed flush draw here.
But how much money does Bill make off a Nat here? Can Nat call here with a 5?
No, it's basically Nat's thinking about hero calling here and just hoping Bill had complete air. Is essentially he's trying to catch him on a busted flush draw. And
I don't think Nat calls.
Well, being that the flop was checked, I
Bill's
think.
image is what could get him paid
No,
here.
of course. Being that the flop was checked, you could also put Bill on possibly open-ended on the turn because that's when he started firing. And it's such a gross overbet.
Oh,
he does make
He's
the
going to
call.
call. And he's going to see the bad news here. Bill did make a boat. Rough. All right, guys, we have a special segment we do at 8 p.m. When it's the Justin and Justin show. But I gotta do a little stuff because there's a lot of new people watching the
God,
show
yeah.
tonight.
Sorry
First
in
of all,
advance.
click the heart. Follow us. You need to follow us for this segment. Okay, this is the Urban Dictionary word of the night. It is the staple of the Justin and Justin show when we host Stones Live. We will give you a word, but there's one very important rule to this. You want to tell them or should I tell them?
You can tell him.
Guys, it's just like what Morpheus said to Neo before he took him to see the Oracle. This is for you. You don't need to tell anyone else about this. You don't need to put it in the chat room. This is for your own personal enjoyment. Don't share it on your Facebook wall. Don't put it on Twitter.
So quick history. This started out as something innocent because I was literally Google something innocent, then Urban Dictionary came up. For those of you,
Innocent.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with Urban Dictionary, there is nothing innocent about Urban Dictionary. So then we just started basically having a word every week about Sacramento something. So this week's word is going to be Sacramento submarine. I'm sorry in advance for those of you who are tuning in. If you don't like ridiculously sick crude
this
humor,
one goes out to Watbury.
Yeah, well, it goes out to Watbury. Don't Google it if you don't like sick humor. But that's it. Sacramento submarine. We'll leave it at that.
How many words do we have now? Is that the number 11?
That makes number 11.
There you go. The 11th Urban Dictionary word is Sacramento submarine. Enjoy. All right, back to the action. Harlan with ace 7, Mike L with pocket aces, and that one ended quick. We could have kept going.
Yeah, aces are good. Aces are good. The breakdown, though, because we do, like, some people like to hear it, how it was in the past. It was started out with Sacramento skee ball because I was literally looking for a skee ball machine in Sacramento. Sorry.
That one, make sure you look that one up too. That's a good one.
It's the classic. That's how it all started. Then we went to Sacramento Slugger, Sacramento Pit Stop, Sacramento Broomstick, Sacramento Squeeze, Sacramento Shampoo, Sacramento Turtleneck, Sacramento Memento,
My personal favorite.
Sacramento Spacesuit, Sacramento Whitefish, and now Sacramento Submarine.
The submarine's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. And again, for those of you just tuning in for the first time, I would not be ashamed if you left. I do apologize. But if you like crude humor, click that heart and follow us now.
This hat should be Stones Live here, and then right here, hashtags. Urban
God.
Dictionary word of the night.
Oh my God. I'm
Right?
sorry in advance. So sorry.
Remember the very first time we did this, though? Everyone.
Wait, did we actually fold aces and now we have aces again here?
Oh, it wasn't folded. It was taken in pre-flop. Peter K got aces here. When we first did this, everyone started putting the definition in the chat room.
Yeah.
And we lost like half our users that night. We had to ban like 1,000 people.
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
We'll just mute them temporarily. So look at this here. Oh wow. So aces. That's not a bad flop for aces here. Is dangerous for that 2-pair range. You pair with the straight draw range here.
It does check around.
Wow. Oh wow. I'm kind of surprised. That is a card that Peter does not like for sure. Shasta 44 Savage Meta Canadian Shooter.
Edsell's grabbing chips. I don't know if he can get aces to fold there for that small of a bet, though.
No, I think aces is in check call mode here, especially on the turn. The river would have to be like the 9. A river would have to be like a 9 of hearts, and aces could get away.
All right.
Oh, he does get it through. Right on.
Wow.
All right, so I have a question about playing crappy hands in position. Let's say you're at a loose, passive, terabad 1-2 table. First off, I just want to give you a hats off for using the term terabad.
Yeah.
Like super, very terrible. Your effective stack is 400. You're on the button. Under the gun PFR is to 10. 5 callers. Small blind and big blind likely to call with any 2. You're on the button and see 7-3 suited. Do you call here pre-flop?
I make this motion. In the long, and I think in a 1-2 game, you get into this kind of mindset where the money doesn't mean it's not that much to call 10.
Yeah.
So you make these negative EV calls, but in the long run, it's still negative EV. And if you want to be a winning poker player in the long run, you can't be making these calls, whether it's for 10, whether it's for 25, whether it's for 100. How important is position there? What do you think?
First off, I know a lot of players who play any 2 cards on the button. I make that call there all day.
Okay.
Personally. And you know what? If you flop a monster, great. If you flop air, you get away from it. I'm not saying...
5 ways?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because I feel that there's more estimated value there.
Rick and Barstow joins us again. He had to step away for a minute. It was actually pretty good timing.
All right, so let's see here. So back to the action. Paul with King 10 suited pops up to 40. Bill H calls with any 2 here. Manny calls as well. Flop comes down. King 8-7, 2 diamonds. Robert does have a flush draw here. And looks like he checks over to Paul, who's gonna continuation bet here. It's coming out, making it 90, I believe, about 100. Oh, sorry, Paul bets 120. Bill comes along with an 8. Edsel gets out of the way.
Yeah.
And let's see what Robert here does. He is out of position. Does have a flush draw to the win.
You're
here.
last to act. You get to see another card for only 120. I'm calling all day here.
And Robert coming in for a solid raise, just trying to take the pot now here. Praying that they're weak. Wow. That wasn't...
Did Robert raise?
Yeah,
Robert
okay.
bumped it up to 480.
Okay, that's getting me. Bill was just making change. I thought Bill was just snap calling. So yeah, so Robert
raised it.
Pumps in a huge raise here, and this is just the aggressive line of take where you're hoping that everybody's not too strong, and then you just take it down right here.
This is where Robert really shines through because he will be quiet for a long time, and then he'll make a play like this on a semi-bluff hand.
Yeah.
Right? He does have a couple backups aside from the flush draw. He does have an inside straight draw as well. And the only thing he might not have thought about is that he's making this raise against Bill H.
Yeah. And Bill was honestly just calling because he had position before on the player to his right. But now, I mean, he has position on Robert, but Robert's a relatively strong player. He's played pretty snug so far, so Robert check raising here.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, Robert check raising here could definitely establish that he has a pretty solid hand. Maybe something like ace king, maybe a set. Yeah, TX Poker 30 obviously points out he does have a straight draw as well, gutter if a 9 peels off. Look at Bill, and Bill, guys, this is not Hollywood. Bill's actually standing up wanting to know how much he has, because Bill is the type of guy who's like, if I think you're full of it, I might just jam you in. And Bill is, that's not beyond Bill's move here, beyond Bill's range at all.
And Bill lets it go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised here. I think, honestly, Bill was flatting Paul being the original raiser more than anything. I don't think Bill really wanted to get involved with Robert there. And Robert's check raise established too much strength
interesting
for him.
on the percentages too, and these are my favorite types of hands, which you see there, where Bill is technically ahead because he has a pair. He technically has the best hand.
But percentage-wise, he's behind, yeah.
Yeah, he's losing.
Now, he gets back up ahead even statistically if a total brick peels on the turn. But other than that, yeah.
Craziness. Guys, if you're just joining us for the first time ever, this is Stones Live Poker coming to you from the beautiful Stones Gambling Hall in Citrus Heights, California. We stream on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 10, live cash game action. Occasionally, the last Sunday of the month, and special events for final table of tournaments. If you haven't already, there's a little heart in the corner at the top of the screen. Please join our family. Click that heart, follow us. We really appreciate having you guys here with us. If you love poker, you came to the right place. We're always 100% free content when we're live and afterwards. Access any of our videos at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/StonesLivePoker as well. So
you're watching some 5-5 no limit beastie action there.
Beastie action.
Taking a look around the chips, the greens are 25s. Oh, misdeal, I think.
Come must back. Be.
All right, so greens are 25s, reds are 5s, and whites are 100s.
You know, a lot of these streams, they charge for their streams, and I get it. Like, everyone has their different models, but I want to put it out there right now, and this is on video, so I can't take it back. As long as I'm involved with Stones Live Poker, it will always be free to our viewers, 100%.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We are here to be good ambassadors for poker. We're not here to try and make $1 million on this. I mean, if I made $1 million, that'd be great.
No, guys, we just want to make $875,000, something like that. Something
That's fair.
reasonable. Yeah.
I mean, it's only $400,000 after taxes.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I just want to stay in the 1 comma club. I don't need to go to the 2 comma club.
So, follow up on the question earlier. Actually, we're going to get to you, Triple B Bulldozer. Let's look at this hand real quick. I do want to address what you're saying here.
Interax 10, it is just a 5-5 double blind game. That is it. So I don't think they're doing a mandatory straddle. Sometimes we definitely here at Stones don't force any sort of mandatory straddle, but a lot of the times the players will say, hey.
Yeah, they'll make a deal.
Yeah, everybody wants straddle for 10, basically do a 5-5-10. We've had 10-20 streams do a live 40 straddle.
So Bulldozer puts in here, as he played that hand with the 7-3 on the button, he called 7-3 of diamonds. Flop is Jack 6-3, giving him bottom pair and a flush draw. 7 players check to the hero. Hero bets 40 into a $70 pot. Big blind calls. Hijack check raises to 150 and has 250 behind. What do you do then? Wow.
Yeah.
What really the question is? Do you feel like gambling?
Well, it's a problem because, I mean, obviously you love that flop, but you also hate it because, like we talked about earlier, like Master C brought up, is your 7 high flush really going to be good there, especially with all that action? That's rough. It's a tough spot.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, if you're going to play that in the first place, it's almost like I mean,
Yeah,
you're already
and that's
playing
exactly
it. That's
what I'm
why
saying.
you're just going to cruise with it.
That's
you know?
why I fold to avoid those spots. But if you're going to play it, I feel like you're already in gamble mode. Why would you lay it down?
Yeah. So Peter waking up with kings here. We already had laid down aces a few hands ago. Let's see how this one plays out for him. Harlan makes it 75 to go on the button. Peter here from the small with kings. He knows everybody's going to call behind because Bill H is definitely going to call, so he's going to come in for a re-raise here.
They're still talking about the board that got ran 3 times, the 8s versus 9s on the table.
God, sick. So Peter 3-bets, and Peter again is pretty solid snug player. When Peter's not 3-betting with garbage too often. And like Suited Ace says, King King is definitely no good, so better to take it down pre. Ace Queen suited for Bill here. First act, he's going to call for the 10. Looks like I believe that's probably a straddle from Paul over there. Over to Etzel. He's going to call the 10 as well. And Harlan popping it up to 100. Harlan with 5-6. Straight beast mode. Folds back around to Bill here. Now Bill did just limp the 10 with Ace Queen suited. He's going to make the call. And Etzel gets out. So heads up, 2 of our rangeless beasts together at last. 4-6 jack, couple of diamonds here. Harlan banks a piece of it with the 6, puts him in the lead. Bill checks over to Harlan. Harlan bets 150. Bill insta calls with almost 0 hesitation here. 10 on the turn. Now this gives Bill a straight draw now as well. Opens up some outs. Now he can catch a king. And check, and Bill does get there. Check, and Bill just says Ace Queen. You hear it.
He zigs when I zag. That's a good call to flop.
Listen to that. Bill has got Harlan's number tonight. That's what Bill does.
Every night.
Yep. And that's saying something because not a lot of people have Harlan's number.
Right.
Normally, Harlan.
I got it on my phone.
Oh, calm down. Harlan like runs over games a lot unless Bill's at the table, and then he doesn't seem to run over them quite as much. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, we are on our way to making a Stones Live milestone. We're just our show's a little over a year old, and right now we're 137 followers short of 5,000.
You got to give away some free puppies.
Do you guys? You might be able to help us out tonight. If you haven't followed already, please, we would love to hit that 5,000 number tonight. We've actually, with the Justin and Justin show on Stones Live, hit a lot of those numbers where we're trying, we're far away from 137 we can do. You guys call your friends, tell them the show's on, ask them to follow. If someone loves poker, have them follow us. If they hate poker, even better, call your enemies, have them follow us. We do appreciate the help, guys. And once again, we're here for you every Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 10, Pacific Standard Time, live poker action. Thanks again for everyone that's already following, and let's get back to the game.
So if we hit the 5K mark tonight, we're going to give away a hat?
Why are you going to do me like that, man?
I'm just going to put you on the spot.
I only got the one hat. It's mine.
I didn't say it had to be this one. It could be anything.
Yeah, we're going to give this one away.
No. This is on my head. This is where it's staying. You need to calm down. But I know we have other Stone swag here.
We do. I mean, I could probably find something. I'm sure I could get a hoodie.
Oh, the hoodies are awesome. Guys, these hoodies are rad.
I could give away a hoodie.
Dude, you should totally give away a hoodie.
Okay, let's do that then.
These are super comfortable. All right, so back to the action here. Paul in the lead with top pair with the king. See what I did for you guys? See how I just got free swag coming your way? See that?
The hoodies are hard to get.
I just
for
put
free.
them on the spot. No,
They're
trust
hard
me.
to get for
We know.
free. They don't even give them to me for free. I'm actually going to go buy one with my own money. We'll tell you how it works in a minute.
I was gonna
okay?
say
So
I had to
stay
buy this
tuned.
one twice because I lost it once.
I know. It got stolen, right?
Yeah.
At the airport.
The lost and found's like wearing it when I call them, and they're like, "No, man, I haven't seen it." The worst.
Of course they say that. Got me a free Stones hoodie. Yeah, guys, these hoodies are sweet. I'm gonna be wearing one when I'm out in Vegas. I'm hoping to get an opportunity to. I want to do a couple things with my personal time. I want to play a couple tournaments at Aria and the Rio. I want to get my tattoo touched up because my artist is out there.
Cool.
I'm having dinner with Sean McCormick and a couple of big wigs, apparently.
Whatever.
And
good.
going to the TDA Summit at the Aria as well. Heard the Aria's
Say
a
good things
place.
about me over there at the Aria. Say good things when you're hanging out with Sean and the big wigs.
They know you. They know you. I can't lie.
I'm in trouble.
I can't lie.
Look at that. Bipolar Psycho says, "Yeah, the hoodies are great. I wore it once and never saw it again because my wife took it." Very true. Guys, if you're just tuning in, you're watching some 5-5 no limit action. The green chips are quarters, the reds are $5, and the whites are $100 chips. Harlan here is going to raise it up to 55 with pocket fives, a little code bet. Peter's going to make the call, as is Bill H.
And they keep changing.
And we got 4 players to the board. Ace Jack 4 peels off here. Nat does spike the best of it with an ace, and he has position.
Is there another store besides?
So Bill checks, Harlan checks.
I know there's a lot. I don't know.
Peter has a straight draw. He checks, and Nat checks behind.
That's the one.
And the
Interesting
10
check
peels.
by
Yeah.
Nat.
And the 10 peels. I'm surprised to see Nat check there in position. Maybe he was thinking somebody might have been setting him up for a check raise. He didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So
Table Talk's great, guys. If you could turn your stream up a little, you can hear it.
So now, when it gets checked here again, Nat's going to bet this all day. Now, Peter's hand improved with the straight draw. Now he has a pair as well.
And that's a wrap. Now it'll take it down
Take
the
it
top
down.
pair. Okay, guys, so check this out. First person to spot me in Vegas, I'll be there tomorrow through Saturday. First person to spot me, walk up to me and say what? Some catchphrase.
Yeah, come up. I mean, it's got to be something super off the chain, though, like super random. You know what? Hey, no. Just, here's the deal.
Here we go.
First person
Here we
to
go.
spot him and say, hey, where are you going? And then you guys both say, nowhere.
I love it.
That's
I love it. You see me out there in Vegas, ask me where I'm going. We're gonna look at each other and say
Nowhere. And
I'm gonna
then-
have an extra
boom.
large Stones hoodie just like this one
Done.
that Justin's wearing right here. I'm gonna pull it out of my bag. I'm gonna hand it to you.
That's
okay?
going to be so rad.
I'm gonna be carrying that thing around. Maybe I should grab a picture with whoever wins.
Oh,
right?
of course, yeah. It's like the spy code phrase. Like, do you have the password? Yes.
Guys, it should be fun. So I can't wait to see who gets it.
We're going to be cool.
Yeah. I might be hard to spot. I won't be in my suit.
Oh, no. You definitely, in your street clothes, you look very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah. Edson's looking for something. Did he lose something there? Looking around on the table.
Unfortunately, Doobsy put in the definition of the term.
We warned you
Don't
guys.
do
We
that.
warned you. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
This is for you only. They never listen to Morpheus.
Ever.
Even Neo said what the Oracle told him.
Oh, God. So Etzel's popping it up here to 65 with ace-10. Harlan's going to make the call with queen deuce suited. Peter calls as well.
Again, Ed still being so quiet at the table. This should garner a lot of respect. I spoke too soon. Everybody's calling.
Yeah. No.
Stones Like Poker. It looks like you banned Doobsy. Let's just get him on a timeout. I don't think he needs to be banned. We can
We'll sit
fix
in the corner
that.
for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so 3-3 Jack peels off. Looks like the best of it here is
Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty all day with top pair.
Uncle Matty's been awfully quiet in this game as well. Nice to see him come into a hand and connect with top pair. And Ed's still eager to grab some chips.
Etzel's like, let me bet.
Oh, now he's gonna check. Harlan says, how much were you gonna bet? And then he checks too. I love it.
You gotta have Paul make us some shirts. And one will say where you going, the other one just says nowhere.
Yeah, and wear them in here?
Yeah. But you only wear suits in here, so whatever. We'll just paint a suit for you.
Actually, our very first show, I was in a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know, right? Whiskey and yoga. I can't forget it. I try to every night.
What's up, Blair?
I was actually thinking, we were talking about when we finally make the Stones Live shirts, that it was going to have a Stones Live logo on the front, and on the back it would be like, see you on table 11, or just say table 11 or something like that.
No, it should say blank on table 11. It should just be like chips, service, like everything on there, just the whole list.
Little check boxes.
Yeah.
I like it. Where were you at the meeting? We had all these ideas floating around. They were stupid ideas.
Nowhere.
I think you did it wrong.
No. I did it right. Guys, speaking of super fun promos, $1 million limit hold'em event.
Oh, yeah.
J Money, talk to me. What is this about?
We already have 3 players who have qualified for this. You play limit hold'em at Stones. You get full houses or better to earn tickets. There's ticket drawings. We have the flyer here. We get them the exact dates. There's 2 more drawings coming up. Next one on June 17th. That's coming up soon. That was last week.
No, that was last week. It already came out.
I'm sorry. Next drawing dates are July 15th and August 12th. Each of those dates, 3 more people will be drawn. On August 12th, when we draw the last 3, we'll have 9 players that are going to play right here on Stones Live, a single table sit and go down to 4 players. Those final 4 players will play the next game, which is the $1 million game. 20 cards to draw from, 10s through aces, and depending on what they get, I mean, pretty cool. If you get any hand,
We're just gonna get the
3,000,
million.
straight 5,000, full house 10,000, 4 of a kind 25,000. But if you draw a royal flush, $1 million.
That's super
Boom.
cool.
I'm out.
You know what I love is that even if you make the final 4, you're guaranteed
can't do less than
three
$3 grand.
$3 grand. Even if you get drawn to play in the event,
It's
you
a
make
free roll.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's a free roll.
Love it. Absolutely love
The
it.
best free roll ever.
So Paul's going to pop it up to 40 to go here with ace 4. Bill's going to call with deuces. Edsel's going to come along with king queen. And Robert Wise come along with 8-10 suited. Boom! Lots of 8s for Robert. Robert Y, man, he hasn't been in mini pots, but when he is, he's just spinking them right off. So trip 8s for Robert. Checks all the way around. 9 peels. So Robert is just super cinched in this hand. All he has to do is fade a deuce.
You could probably do that. Well, I don't know. He did lose 2 out of 3 boards with a set.
God, so bad.
You know what? You play poker, you accept the risk. You know you could win, you know you could lose. Anything could happen. I genuinely feel bad for Robert on that one. I mean, to
when
get it
losing
in
2 out of 3
so
boards
strong,
when you have top set?
you're gonna run it 3 times.
And you have top set. And how do you lose? How do you lose 2 out of 3?
So brutal.
What I hear. Spence will probably tell you.
Ghost of M says that he hopes Stones bought insurance for that $1 million prize. He's gonna hitchhike to California for that. We did buy insurance.
You did not.
Fill me out.
Because if they didn't, Justin would be fired if you guys hit the million.
Either that or
And guys,
that's the whole big
you're drawing those
difference.
cards out of envelopes, but now we were saying that is out of a pinochle deck, yeah?
Well, it's not exactly a pinochle
But
deck. It's
basically
4
just-
10s, 4 jacks, 4 queens, 4 kings, 4 aces.
That's dope. That's cool. But
Yeah.
that's still that's way better. It automatically, astronomically increases your hand and making something good as opposed to an entire range deck.
The odds are roughly 1 in 6,000 to make a royal, and if you think about the odds compared to a full deck, I mean, it's a cool chance.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat room was just asking what the next big event is. There it is, right there, the 40K Player Appreciation Tournament. 3 ways to get into this tournament on July 30th. You could be playing in our live games, collecting hours for a free entry. Win any tournament in the coming month, all the way up until July 29th, and you'll get a free entry. Or if you don't want to do all that, you can just buy in. Easy.
Yeah, I'll just buy in. Bring it. Uncle Matty waking up with jacks. And he's going to make it 60 to go from the button, and looks like that's going to get through. So guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure to click that heart and follow us. We are really close to almost 5,000 followers. We are here with you every Monday and Wednesday, spewing cash game fun. Tonight we are watching a 5-5 no limit hold'em, or unlimited limitless hold'em, as I like to call it. And then this Wednesday, what game do we have running this Wednesday?
Wednesday's 1-3. It's our last Wednesday of the month.
Oh,
we
sweet,
should have
okay.
a couple employees in the game. 1-3 no limit. It's you and Jake commentating. I don't know if you knew you were working.
Sometimes, I mean, just put me in here with a beard and we make it happen.
You guys always do great. I'll be in Vegas, watching from Vegas. Make sure you guys don't screw up.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna screw up, and we're gonna needle the heck out of you from Vegas.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
It's good.
So a couple people in the chat room asked me about that 40K. If you just want to buy in, there's 3 levels of buy-ins. You can choose which one to do. $150 starts you off with 5,000 chips. $300 starts you off with 10,000 chips, and $450 for 15,000 chips.
Nice. Yeah. So I got a question for you. Oh, there you go. You put the limits in some of these, but you don't put the limits in these ones. What's up with that? Why do you have the limit in here for tonight?
Yeah, I just haven't.
Well, that makes me a sad panda. I'd like
Yeah.
to know what I know. Come on, dude. Our viewers have demands.
You know what you could do? You could just look on our Twitch page. Our entire schedule's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Twitch.tv/StonesLivePoker.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Doobie's back. Yay!
3-4-10 here. Lots of clubs for Uncle Matty. Check over to Matty, who is going to bet 45. James Smith, is there a cap on this game? I know your question was answered, but for everybody who's just tuning in, no. There starts out with a $1,000 max buy-in, and after that, this game is table stakes. So you can come in and you can buy up to the largest stack. So I think right now it looks like it might be Bill H, possibly.
Well, let's check it out.
One of those funny fans, right?
I forgot the command. Is it chip count?
It is chip count. We're
Chip
going to
count.
punch it in here. Chip count, our
There
big
it
dog
is.
is Bill H. So right now, he is the biggest stack at the table with 3,600. You can just buy in for 3,600 if you want. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more players do that. We have a list waiting for this game, about 10 or 20 people long, it looks like.
So when this game starts, it's 200 to 1,000 buy-in. Typically what happens, the first couple hands, a bunch of players will go all in, someone will have a big stack, and then everyone else will just buy up to that stack.
Yeah. Bill's just waiting so patiently to put his next beat on his next victim.
Right.
All right, Mike is going to make the call here, and it looks like just a little light pot here. There's a couple limpers. Nat and Mike heads up. 6-6-5 on the flop. Check. Over the turn, another 5. This is going to be the best here for Mike with ace high. And Nat banks it out on the river. I love it. Nat just sets down chips, and Mike can't throw his cards in fast enough.
So just a reminder, guys, you'd be looking for me out in Vegas the next 5 days. Tomorrow, all the way up to Saturday, first person to walk up to me and say, "Where you going?" We're going to say nowhere together.
Nowhere. It's going to be awesome.
And I'm going to hand you an extra large Stones hoodie, just like what Justin's wearing right here.
It's true.
So make sure you're looking for me out there. Main spots I'm hanging out, Wynn, Rio, Aria.
Sounds good.
Maybe Planet Hollywood. I think, yeah, I got to get a contract from Annette Overstead. She said she's going to be playing a tournament at Planet Hollywood, so I might meet her over there too.
They got some solid tournaments going on over there. Control W thing. What did I miss? Bill waking up with kings, and this is funny. So Bill is going to limp with kings here. The funny thing about this, guys, for those of you just tuning in, Bill is what we call a rangeless beast. He plays any 2 cards. So when you give Bill a big hand like kings, queens, aces, something like that, it's really always disguised.
What a fun game on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should be a good time. Great lineup for a 1-3 on Wednesday, guys. Don't miss it. This game has been great.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we're only halfway through. Still got an hour and a half to go. Couple of clubs. Bill makes a set. However, even as sets, kings don't always do great here. But right now, he is way out in front. Couple of clubs on the board. And check that out. Bill with the only club, too.
God, Bill, just a beast right here.
It must be nice to be Bill.
You just keep running so good.
Look at that club on the turn. That should all but lock it up for him. The other thing, unfortunately, it does with no one else with clubs, it's not going to get him much action. Yeah, he scoops it up right there. So as you know, we have some amazing viewers and chatters from around the world. We're always kind of curious to know where you guys are coming in from, and of course, someone's watching from my mom's bed, and someone's
we know.
watching from the basement of the prison cell or whatever.
That's pretty standard.
But we are curious. We know someone's gonna watch from Uranus. But where are you guys watching from? Kind of curious. We're here in Citrus Heights, California. How about you guys? Where are you guys coming in from? We got Austin, Texas. BBB Bulldozer with the first answer. Ding, ding, ding. Winner.
Winner, Austin, Texas.
Iowa. Very nice. Tracy. The Rio. Or I don't know if that's Rio or the Rio. I'm assuming that's Las Vegas. I would imagine a lot of our viewers tonight must be in Vegas.
Now talk to me right here. We see the 9. Oh, there we go. We're just catching up here with the next hand. That's why. Okay, so the 9 was grayed out. Does that mean we rabbit hunted the 9? Is that what that was?
When it was grayed?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it had okay.
That is a rabbit hunt. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Check this out. We
From a
got some
naval
people
base.
watching Slovenia, the Netherlands, from the pits of despair. Thank you, Master C. Veronica's bedroom. Sure, buddy. Greenwood, South Carolina, San Antonio, Alabama. Very cool, guys. Anyone from Vegas? I can't believe no one's watching from Vegas here. We're all
you
over the
will
world
be.
and no Vegas.
You will be.
Well, I'll be watching.
Actually,
for
last year,
sure.
me and Val were streaming this with a little Bluetooth speaker while we were eating in Vegas, like right in the middle of a restaurant. It was great.
Very cool. Canada, I mean that's kind of big. Canada's big.
Solid.
Anywhere specific in Canada?
No, just Canada.
Are you in the part that has electricity? Lakewood, Colorado. I used to live in Lakewood, Colorado. I used to own a home in Lakewood, Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Lakewood. Beautiful. About 10 minutes out from downtown. About a 40-50 minute drive to the mountains. Do some good snowboarding. Colorado's the best snowboarding.
I like it.
Rancho Cucamonga, you're close. You should be here.
Mike.
If you're that close, you should be here. We got a San Antonio guy. Lots.
And everybody beats Mike 6s here. So Maddie Binks a 9.
Look
Paul
at Paul,
actually
two
flops
pair.
2 pair.
Very nice. Only 125 follows away from hitting that 5,000 mark. We'd love to do it tonight here on the JK Squared segment of Stones Live.
Look at this turn card
That
for
is
action.
so great.
So Paul's 2 pair here now picks up a flush draw.
Wow.
That card that makes his flush draw is actually a set of 6s for Mike.
I love it.
Holy geez, guys. Buckle in, because this pot's about to get rocky. This pot is about to get rocky. So Paul checks. Mike bets 140, which is a damn near pot-sized bet. Pot's at 170. Mike fired in he fired in 90.
What do you do if you're Paul?
This is
Do you
sick.
raise here?
This is sick.
I would feel like you're not thinking set. You're probably thinking I'm crushing here.
No, not only do you think you're ahead, but in the rare event that you're somehow not ahead, like 5-7 or 7-10
just
as a
call.
straight got there. Oh, wow. Okay,
Oh,
I was going to
Brick
say, at least you
City.
have redraw to outs. Wow.
Wow. Guys, Rancho Cucamonga is close enough that he should be here. Lay
So
off.
Paul's in check call mode. I would imagine Paul's not really going anywhere on this one.
Where's he going?
Nowhere. Do I get a free stone setting now?
You got a hoodie.
Another one. You know I lose them.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, what a brutal setup.
Vorsprung 99 says, how about a semi bluff raise to
Paul
310?
actually gets away from it.
Wow, that's I give Paul massive respect there. Oh no, does he get away from it? No. He verbalized call.
Oh, he verbal called, okay.
I'm like, dude, to get away from that right there. Wow. Wow. Sick. Sick hand. That 6 on the turn is so sneaky, and there's no way you're ever gonna put him on a set of 6s there. Ever. So taking a look at the chip stacks, guys. Bill H is our resident big dog here with 3,600, followed just up by Mike there with 3,400. What this?
Do they think it's like a Romex or something?
Oh yeah, no, it's actually a really cool watch. It's made of all wood, and it's
He's got
fantastically
wood.
awesome. It is wood. I do have wood. It's like self-winding. It's actually it's a company called Jord, J-O-R-D, I think. Really nice. Actually, I've gotten more compliments on this watch than like any other like nice brand name watch.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think all of Jord's watches are in the 300 to 500 range. Nothing super crazy. Flashing wood on screen. I need an adult. Slow clap for Lorson. This is an all ages show. All right, Nat's going to pop it up here to 40 with 9-7.
I don't think it's a Rolex. I think it says Romex. Romex. It's close.
All right, everybody's going to come along. Bill, Etzel, and Harlan all come along. Yeah, God, you guys are the best. Ace, Jack, Jack on the flop. Lots of jacks for Bill. The run good continues. Etzel does spike an ace for making 2 pair. And a queen peels. Putting 2 possible flush draws on the board. Nobody has any
Sometimes
of
begging pays off.
it. Nice. Alimo. God, that's going to get hot. That's awesomeness.
Has to see stop.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
Bill with the check mark here. A couple of jacks. 3 of them. Couple. 3 couples. That would be 6 jacks.
You're just jacking around now, buddy.
You're just 1 jack off, buddy.
It's true. From having quads. Get your head out of the gutter. Vorsprung99 says, you guys ever have an existential crisis when you get check raised with the second nuts? Yeah, it kind of depends on what the hands are and how the hand played out. You know, but yeah, it sucks. Like having the second nut flush and you come in, especially the sick part is when somebody bets and you raise them and then they come back over the top of you. Then I have to be like, okay, are you the solid player who only plays the super nut? Like, are you only doing this to me with the nut flush? Or are you the player who's like, if you do this with any flush, you're 6 high flush, you'd ship on me all day. So really, yeah, I mean, it sucks. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it an existential crisis, but we've all been in that spot.
Hey, quick shout out to Texas AG. Got a message over to Lyman about what we were talking earlier. Lyman just texted me. He wants to come play on the show.
Oh, sick!
So we're gonna make that happen. If Lyman will come, we're gonna have him. Very cool. It'll be Lyman's first time to Stones. Veronica's gonna flip.
Yeah, he can touch my wood.
I'm sure that's the first thing he's gonna want.
I'm just saying. I mean, the chat was so taken back by it.
Yeah, so we'll try and work on that.
Wow, lots of kings for Robert now, guys. We only give out sets and trips here at Stones. Looks like it's instant checking. Around, checks all the way around. Ace on the turn now does complete possible spades. Only player in the hand with the spades, actually Etzel with pocket 4s. Oh my God, Vorsprung's hilarious. Well played. Vorsprung, I don't know if you've clicked that heart yet and followed us, buddy, but we need you in the chat more often.
Absolutely.
You fit in just right here. You're perfect. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us, we are watching a 5-5 no limit game. You can buy in for up to table stakes at this point. The green chips are quarters, the red chips are 5s, and the white chips are 100s.
Mayor 1983, thank you for joining us. Good luck in your poker session tonight. Don't forget, most places let you watch our stream right on the table too, so don't feel like you have to go.
Hell, you can be on our stream watching our stream on the table. That's true. Just saying.
Yeah, if we would let you watch the stream on the table while you're playing on the stream, another people would let you watch any stream on their table. What's that say about that?
Whoa, dude. Abuse. Let's see what's going on over here. So Nat from the hijacks can come in for a raise here with ace deuce suited. He's going to make it 130 to go. Over to Etzel. Etzel's going to check out. Robert's gone. And looks like Harlan is going to come along.
Didn't see Harlan. Oh, there we go. 9-7 for Harlan.
Guys, again, if you're just tuning in, Harlan and Bill don't have a fold button, and it's fantastic.
They also seem to like to play pots against each other. Nat finally picks up a big hand.
And the sick part is Nat raised it to 130 here with ace deuce. You're never going to put, I mean, generally speaking, you're not going to put a guy who's going to, put in a healthy raise or a 3-bet to have a deuce here.
Yeah.
But welcome to Nat's game, guys.
I'm excited to see Nat actually mixing it up. He has been a little quiet tonight, and this is the Nat we're used to. However, it's going to end right there.
He is. He bets it to win it.
Oh, you have that big ace.
So what are your plans when you got in Vegas? What are you going to play?
I want to play a couple of those daily 235 buy-ins at the Rio and a couple of ARIA tournaments. When we do the TDA Summit on Friday, that evening they do a special tournament, the ARIA, just for the tournament directors.
Oh, wow.
I played it 2 years
So
ago.
it's super nitty McNitterson from Midville?
This tournament Let me tell you, I've never experienced anything like it before. There's about 100 tournament directors playing a tournament, and I swear you don't even need the dealers. Like, the action was so quick. It was like everyone in turn, like, super quick. Like, everyone, seriously knows what to do so much that it was the most efficient tournament I've ever played. I was like, oh, the dealers can go home. We got this. It was pretty crazy.
I love it.
I was like, I've never sat at a tournament table where everyone absolutely know what to do, like, so well every time. And you better, right? These are the guys around the world running tournaments.
Well, they try to be. Not all of us can be
Not
JFK
all of
Stones.
JFK Stones. So we got Bill in here calling off 20 with a 7-3, and where's Harlan going?
Nowhere. Well, right? Even a Robert Wise raise here up to 90. Harlan's going to call behind here with Ace Jack, and Bill's like 7-3. Any two cards. We know. All day.
He's in the end. He's still like.
All right, so 3 players going to the board. 10, 9, 5. Whiff City for everybody.
Wow.
Ace King still in the lead.
Oh, Harlan not
does
only
like-
checks, but he knocks his chips over.
Oh
Bill
my
picks
God.
up a 7.
Bill turns the best hand. The pot's almost 300. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bill take a stab at this.
I mean, with everybody checking on the flop,
But Harlan's going to beat him to the punch, and he's going to stab first.
200. And Bill does let it go. Little does he know he could have put some hurt on Harlan again.
Yeah.
And we're heads up, we're going to see a river card. It's the deuce of club. Robert has the best hand, but I fully expect Harlan to fire at this pot. Oh,
Now,
Robert's gonna go first.
And this is why it's kind of interesting. This isn't beyond Robert's range here to do something like this, and I'm not surprised. However, the way the hand worked out, how Robert raised pre, and then checked the flop,
it does feel fishy.
and then check called the turn. I mean, I feel like it's kind of, he either has a monster or nothing, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's one of those things. So I have a question for you, Mr. Big Tournament Director guy, right? You're gonna be big. So you're gonna have a player. You're gonna have a tournament with 100 tournament directors playing this tournament. Does anybody ever call the floor for decision?
I never saw that happen.
I wouldn't think so, right? It's just like, look, we all know what the floor is gonna rule here. We all do this every day
Right.
here. There's no point.
Well, I think the floor in that tournament is Sean McCormick.
Oh, so he's gonna rule in your favor anytime. You're like, I ate the cards. They still count.
That's why Veronica's the only one that
They
eats cards.
still count.
I don't know what her deal is with eating cards. So the entire TDA Summit is hosted by the ARIA, and I think Sean has a lot to do with putting everything together for him. I decided to stay at the ARIA this time too because I'm good enough and I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Yeah, we know. What's up, Stuart?
It's 25, right?
So, looks like Paul's going to make it 50 to go with Ace Queen. Uncle Matty folds King Jack here.
Doesn't mean anything. It's not going to change anything.
Sly Cry joins us in the chat room. What's up, Sly Cry?
Ace Queen 6 here, couple of clubs. Harlan with a flush draw, top 2 for Paul. This could get interesting. Oh, I don't know. That could be interesting.
No comment.
Yeah, we know. You know, it's too hot.
Look at this
It's too
hand.
hot in
Harlan
Vegas
with
anyways.
the flush draw, Paul with a queen and an ace, top 2.
Oh, welcome to 10 seconds ago, bro.
I just saw it.
I know.
I was looking at that awesome comment.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, well, nobody's going to steal him away from Sacramento. Sacro Tomato is his home. So,
Sick.
So Harlan bets 80, and Paul makes it 240. And Harlan is in the tank.
Just a call?
And he is going to flat here. God, show me the Queen of Clubs for a sick burn. Oof.
Oh, how about the King of Clubs?
And if you're Paul, I don't know how much you like this card. Not that you're ever putting
he
Harlan
has
on
to
his
know
hand.
when Harlan calls that it's some type of draw, and flush is the most obvious.
That's rough. Bicycle's Fiona the Hippo deck. What?
Bulldozer, we actually have our cards custom made. It's not any of the major brands. You see, we have their RFID cards
They are real
for the
nice.
stream. We have them custom printed just for us. If you're asking about the regular cards that we use in our other games,
So it looks like it gets check
They're
on the
Kim's.
turn.
Everybody puts in 50 or 100. Let's say we put in
So Harlan definitely checked over to Paul, hoping Paul would bet, and he didn't.
flop out.
Paul's picking up on what's going on here. Pot's at 635. Harlan's going to fire in 400. I hate College 209. Good luck, buddy. You're in that bubble in your tournament. Love it. You got to watch poker while you play poker.
that's how you know they're real grinders.
The only way to roll. That is now the 5th time you've used that word.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to be generous.
Curious, is Paul calling here?
Paul's at 600. It's a solid 2/3 size pot bet here. I don't know. I think Paul can get away from this. Paul's pretty snug. Like you said, it is Harlan. You got to think that Harlan's calling. You want to draw there. Doobsy with the zinger. I like it. And Paul does let it go. Fold by Paul. You know, and that a lot of players, a lot of times, Harlan gets paid there because of his image
Yeah.
of playing into 2 cards and not afraid to make like large bluffs. So for Paul to get away there, it was a good fold by Paul. A lot of players say, "Oh, Harlan's just trying to blow me off this hand, and I'm stronger than he thinks I am, so I'm going to call," and then you just end up giving Harlan money.
50. 75.
Master read by Master C. One time. Can we play Guess Their Day Job?
Wait, Harlan's on the button.
We can play it. I don't know if we can confirm.
I won 3 hands tonight.
I think this person's the most stuck.
Exactly. Well, we might
What kind of retirement centers are you going to?
I know,
man?
right?
There's some young bucks at this table.
The difference is I'm making a comeback.
So I did hear some talk about a bomb pot, and it does look like we have a giant pot already signed. Maybe they put in
50 bucks a whack.
50 a piece.
So guys, I think everybody puts in 50 bucks a piece, and it's all going to get checked around, and all the action starts on the flop. So everybody has a hand. Pot's already at 400 bucks here. 450 actually. $50 a player. So pot's at 450 already. Welcome to the game, guys. 10-8 deuce rainbow flop here. And Robert with the best part of it here with a pair of 10s. Edsel open-ended.
And there's so many hands in play on this hand that they had to remove us.
Yeah, classic.
Where I was going to bet 200.
Where'd I
Oh,
go?
now that they're gone.
I'm invisible. Right when you do that's right when it's going to come
I
back.
know. It's like when you're telling an inappropriate story and then you like get loud during the punchline and everybody gets quiet right when you yell out something obscene.
So the bomb pot, they're supposed to check the flop, right?
No. They all check pre. And then they start playing post flop.
Oh, so on the flop they
On the
actually
flop.
can play.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Have you done this before?
No.
Okay. Good luck at the TDA summit. Lorson nailed it. Justin's day job as a catalog model for Oppo suits. You nailed that one, buddy. I have a fresh one I haven't even worn yet. We're waiting for a special occasion.
It's like playing low go fish.
Ace peels. Now this, wow, and it's funny, you actually had Robert Y let go of the best hand here. Etzel open-ended is going to be the aggressor here. Now Bill H, who just called with some overs, wakes up with more outs. 4 peels.
Bill H actually has the check mark here, and it's a crap hand, and Edsel's still betting.
Oh, look at Bill. Listen to Bill.
Bill
How much
asked
do you have
how
left?
much he has left. Okay, here's the crazy thing.
It's so sick. Bill's not Hollywood.
We know Bill's good here, but does Bill think he's good?
I don't know, dude. But
Is Bill really putting Edsel on a broken straight draw?
there's no way. Because, I mean, dude, with doing a bomb pot, there's no action free. There's no... He could have anything. He could have just deuce 3
Wow.
and be good here. Bill's sick. Oh my god, if Bill were to make this call, dude, I quit. I know nothing about poker. I know nothing about poker if Bill makes this call.
If he makes a call, it's right.
I know. I can't.
I don't see
cannot
how
fathom.
he calls 600 with king high.
When Etzel fires the flop, he fires the turn, and he fires the river. I cannot see how Bill could ever think his king high is good here.
But it is.
It's irrelevant.
This is crazy. I don't see how Bill calls here. Edsel should.
See, everybody in the chat, if Bill calls, I will run away. Whenever I see him, I'm out of here.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, come on, there's
It would
no
be a near
way.
impossible call to make. The way the hand was played.
Yeah. Look, oh my god, look.
Show. Oh, but they're saying bomb pot, you have to show. He's like, no, I don't.
I don't think we have that agreement, guys.
Steven does the right thing. Steven is the dealer there. He says, guys, we do not have that agreement. There's no rule that says he has to show.
Wow.
But they're seeing it now.
So sick. Oh my
seeing
god.
it right
I want
now.
to look over and see everybody needling him for that. Guys, I hate College 209 says if Bill is this sticky, people should never bluff him ever. Yeah, ever. Period.
Only
Don't
bluff him
ever
if you have
bluff
the
Bill.
nuts.
Yeah. If you okay, here's the deal. If Bill's in the pot, if you want more chips from Bill, then just bet them. Other than that, if you don't think they're coming your way, never put chips in the pot.
Oh
with
my
Bill.
god, that would have been the hand of the night. I love how he asked how many chips do you have left.
And he instantly asks it. Now, do you think he does that just as a bit of a read, just get a reaction?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that one of the strongest parts of Bill's game is being able to read his opponents.
Yeah. Phil Rhodes Jr. says, take Bill to Value Town. I'd take him on a date there every time. The just in case, why so serious? What's going on, guys? It's like the sticky rice versus Harlan table. That was farmers. Yeah, can we just let's get a 6-handed game with like Harlan, Bill, sticky rice, AD.
Nah.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was. My 6. Done.
Who else?
Game on.
Crazy players. Do you remember the big 25-50 game we did with JC Tran? That game was insanity.
It was 25-50, like live 100, live 200, right? It was 25-50, 100, 200 game. It's just disgusting.
There was like $100,000 on the table.
All right, so looking at this board here, I remember I was on my way up to Tahoe with actually some of the Stones dealers here, and I'm just streaming it on the phone, and they're flashing the chip stack amounts, and I cannot believe what I'm watching.
Yeah, it was gross. Peter picks up a flush draw, a king high flush draw on the turn. Harlan bets out 75. Peter's gonna call.
Peter also has a straight draw too. Peter's got a beastie hand here.
Nat has nothing here, but he's stacking up chips like he's gonna raise.
And he sure is. Look at that. Harlan couldn't get him out fast enough. Harlan snap called Nat's raise. Almost beat Nat to the pot.
Harlan loves playing against Nat. He was telling me earlier tonight. Now Peter, it's gonna be a tough call for Peter, but I think he should. I think he should call.
Peter's got a world of outs. And his flush draw is big enough to where I don't think he necessarily thinks he's going up against the nut flush draw either. So if his flush hits, I don't think he has any worries about if it's good or not.
He's coming in.
So he is going to come along. This pot escalated quickly here. Nat with complete airball. If this like bricks out on the turn on the river,
Peter hits a king and it's good.
it is.
So he does miss his flush.
And he's got position, which is great.
Yeah.
He's got great showdown value. If Harlan were to check here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Peter check and just laugh all the way to the bank when he takes his pot.
I don't think Harlan's checking. Harlan knows the only. Oh, never mind. Just say, I thought he would know.
Look at that, and Peter just has one pair and he knows it's good.
Wow.
Oh, it's sick.
Look at Harlan's face.
sick. Look at him laugh.
Harlan's face.
Oh God! Look, Peter's laughing because he's like, "Yes, these are the easy 1,200 bucks."
Oh my God, Harlan. He's like, I should have bet. Yeah, he even said it. I really should have bet.
You can get Peter to lay that. You can get Peter to lay that down.
Nice scoop for Peter.
Now, could you get Bill H to lay that down? There's no amount of money where Bill H lays that
Yeah,
down.
I don't think so.
Horseman says, "You guys ever accidentally muck with revealing your hand in Showdown?" Meaning, like,
How would you do that?
well, maybe I guess if you were to like try to flip over your hand and maybe a card flopped off the table or something.
I've seen
that
it
could
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good rule of thumb, guys. Maybe if you're new to poker, always flip over your hand. I mean, wait till the end of the hand.
Right.
but then,
Let's
then-
be
let's be
this is a little
specific, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But always flip over your hand. If you bet and somebody calls, if you call somebody's bet, just flip over your hand. I mean, sometimes people misread their hand. They don't know maybe there's a straight out there and they
Even
have
Phil
a piece
Ivey's
of it.
done it.
Yeah, everybody's done it. We've all done it. Trick the Troll, what's the minimum max for this table, guys? It started out as a $1,000 max buy-in, and now it's table stakes. So you can buy in up to the biggest stack, which I believe is almost 4K right now.
Steaks.
Yummy. Yes, players are definitely allowed to have headphones during the game. As long as, pretty much they're allowed to do a lot of stuff as long as it doesn't slow down action.
The only time we don't allow headphones is on tournament final tables.
And why is that?
Because we're jerks.
Well, you're wearing a headphone right now.
Just one.
Fair. Can I wear one at a tournament final table?
No,
Then you're a mean face.
I'm a mean face.
Stupid head. All right, so Bill, wow, Bill has a piece of it. And he's getting out of there. Kind of surprised. Paul says, "Finally, give me a damn pot. It's been too long." So guys, if you're just joining us, we are watching 5-5 no limit there. Edsel is our big stack at 3,800 after that bomb pot, followed by Mike L at 3,300. The green chips are quarters, the red chips are fives, and the white chips are hundreds. If you want in on this game, download the Stones Gambling Hall app. It's available on your Android and your iPhone. It's totally free. You can sign up remotely for any of our live games.
All
And,
this cool
game
stuff
on.
here is free.
Yeah, free. I like free.
Great.
The price is right. So if you don't like it, well, you can return it and we'll refund your money. Free.
Free.
Done.
Full refund.
Nastasi's about to brag. Whoa, just subscribe with the sub. 5 months in a row. Sick brag. I know what I'd pick.
Here we go.
I know what I'd pick. Suicide is not an option for me here.
Please, I don't want to get married again.
All right, so we got Mike L's going to raise it up to 50 to go here with Queen 9. Queen 4 deuce pops out. Top pair for Mike L.
Mike's gonna bet his top pair,
And he's going to take it.
and with position. We all know who they're gonna pick to sleep with.
It's definitely not Veronica, that's for sure. End of story. It's either Oppo suits or normal suits guy.
Yeah, something like that. Oppo suits. A misdeal
Oh,
again.
come on, Steven.
Two misdeals tonight.
Come on, bro. We don't do that here at Stones. We're better than that.
I was just about to talk about how all the dealers at Stones are so good,
And now you can't.
and then that happens.
Now you can't do it.
They really are, though. We have some fantastic dealers here at Stones, and I hear it all the time, especially when people go and play like these traveling tournaments that hire contract dealers, and then they come back to Stones. Harlan was actually one of the guys saying it. He was like,
Oh, dude.
"Man, I am so spoiled here at Stones."
The WSOP dealers, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, there's a couple really solid ones like in any random player pool, but for the most part, it's rough out there. I mean, but you can't blame them though, right? I mean, you need a couple thousand dealers on the fly
Yeah,
to
they're
cover
not
the
all gonna
amount.
be
I mean,
rock
yeah,
stars.
I mean, it just is what it is. But for the most part, if you're patient with him and you kind of like sometimes you got him long, really it only gets sticky for him in like massive 3-4 all in ways.
As long as they're humble and willing to learn, it should be fine. It's the ones that aren't good and also won't listen to anybody.
Every orbit, you move the button one.
I'm right here.
That way, and then you do it once every orbit. That way, everybody gets.
Different kind of dealer,
I'm
okay?
not listening.
Different kind of dealer.
I see what you did there. Don't give me away, bro.
What do you do? Oh, that's a great idea.
So Mike L is going to raise it up to 40 to go here with ace-5 suited.
Bill actually has a decent hand here, pocket sevens.
Absolutely.
I hate college. Real quick, were you sitting in seat 1 or 9? I've experienced that a lot. I see that a lot. If you're sitting directly on either the left or right side of the dealer, they can grab your cards if you don't protect them right away.
Yeah.
This happens. It's actually fairly common.
Those spots on the table are incredibly important that you have your hand protected at all times. It's unfortunate when that happens. I always feel really bad as a tournament director.
Oh, he said I was in seat 6. I was right across the way.
Oh.
Brutal.
I've seen that. It's not as common. As when those situations as a tournament director, I try to figure out any way that I can retrieve the hand, but sometimes it's just not possible.
Pair of 5s.
All right, so there we go. Pair of 5s.
Sevens will win a showdown.
Yeah, Bill H is going to take it down here.
Oh wait, there's an 8 on the river. We missed the 8.
Kidding.
Oh well.
These don't just fling up like I thought they would here. Oh, nailed
So
it.
Bob was telling me we actually want to keep these jokers. Good job. Because what we can do
I
is
totally bet the coin.
is program the cards to the seats, and then if a player say was to move from seat 1 to seat 5, you could take the one card and just place it over the sensor on seat 5, and it would move their entire player profile chip stack over in the system, so they don't have to punch it in manually back there.
No, I'm still going to flick the jokers.
Kind of cool, right?
No.
You should be one of those cool guys that like has it in your hat like that. There you go. Yeah, that's gonna be all greasy now.
You love it.
That's the look. Pocket Kings again. Mike L waking up with the big
GA
hand.
on 11, please.
Gonna make it 60 to go. We do have a GA call. Not sure what it's for. Did you see anything weird happen? Let's listen in, guys.
GA on 11, please.
Something happened. The players are trying to tell Steven to do something to correct this deal.
I'm calling for the board.
Not sure what the situation was, but let's see if we can listen in and figure it out.
GA stand for.
The game attendant.
But he's in the blind, so.
This is just a funny dude named Justin in a suit.
So I dealt the hand out to everybody. He lived it, he called, and then he raised it to 60, and then he said that.
So what we got is we have action. So I also have a dead hand here. So after you kill that hand, I'll refund I gotta leave your blind in the pot, but I'll refund it. So if you have action, everything else is gonna stand. Sorry about the mix-up, guys.
So I think what happened,
We skipped over a player and action got caught up after them.
I think the button didn't move, so he paid his blind twice. But now there's action, so the hand has to play out.
Gotcha, okay.
So what James said there, our floor manager James said that he was going to kill his hand, but he's going to give him $5 just back from the house, just so he's not out that $5 for his blind.
You do, you still scramble the big card and the 461.
A good ruling by James.
Yeah, solid.
There was a player who looked at all the cards and
Well, you know what?
And I love that it's not just take it back out of the pot, it's leave it in the pot, but we're going to refund it out of the house. That's cool.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, you can't punish the other players at
Don't
the
say
table.
of course. You wouldn't have made that same ruling. James is just a better GA than you. Game attendance.
He's actually not GA. He's the boss.
Oh, like a mouse?
Yeah.
I like this. I got killing him, but it doesn't kill anything.
No, I get it. And it keeps the block stuff.
Yeah, he gets his hand.
And of course, Harlan banks out a 9 like a beast. Harlan catches up to Kings here. You know the crappy part about this is that no matter who wins this pot, they're gonna be like, this hand shouldn't even happen this way because the button wasn't right. So Harlan bets 250. Now it's over to Mike. Pushes the pot at 1100. He's almost getting sick value here. Double paired board. He's got to put Harlan on some sort of piece of that. Kings is never fun to fold, and typical stones, kings are no good here. Ever. Anytime ever at stones. It's rough. Sick Needle by Poker Pro Eric says kings never win in Sacramento.
One of my favorites.
Luckbox Harlan.
I mean, I think for a 250, Mike's gonna call here. He hates it.
Yeah,
he knows
he's getting over 4-1 on his money, and
Yeah.
it's just it's a I hate to call you, but I don't. Oh, here we go. Listen.
You get lucky? I don't know. I don't know what you have.
I have a pair. Ace high good?
There's 2 pair on the board. You have 3 pair? Oh, yeah.
Alex, who else? JP?
10 good?
Mike's gonna talk himself right into calling.
You know, a lot of people, he was telling me a lot of people money.
I love Harlan.
Something like that?
No, you didn't. I need it ready.
Harlan says, "I have 2 pair."
Did you get lucky? I don't know what you have.
And there it
He
is.
does call.
Say goodbye to that $250, Mike. He lets Nat take a peek, gets rid of him.
I guess I got lucky. God, Harlan.
I guess you did, Harlan.
You bet any more than that, I don't fuck. I know.
Yeah, and see, Mike says exactly what it
Max
is.
value.
It was the amount of the bet was a great amount to put in because any more he can't call. But at 250, how can you not call?
Literally, he bets 300, 3.25. I think he folds. I think Mike
so
folds.
too.
Yeah. I think he
He
extracted
wanted to fold. You could see the pain when it was
maximum
250.
value. He put in the needle and just extracted maximum value. He's like,
Harlan knew
250.
that he couldn't
okay,
get
you're gonna
much
call
more
it.
than that, unfortunately.
You
So
weren't
it was a well-played hand.
Flush draw. You ain't gonna let me see free card if you have a 3, especially on the turn. You gave me too good of odds there, huh?
Yeah, and there it is. He said you gave me too good of a price.
It was literally more than 4-1 on his money. It's just, it was a sick. And to fold kings for that, it's sick. It's rough.
thinking of hoping it's a
I'm
job.
gonna call them most of the time there.
So battle of the pairs here. Peter with 3s limps. We got Paul with 7s. Is gonna from the hijack gonna raise up to 50.
We're just making sure so in case you don't have these 7.
Whoa. Something fun going on over there.
Oh, I hear you.
Little peek into the future. Something very exciting happening on the live stream table right now, guys. All right, this one, Uncle Matty finally picks up big hand, flopping a flush.
Oh my god!
And Paul's gonna let it go. Uncle Matty takes it down, 10-8 for a spade flush.
Fantastic. Take a look at these stacks here. Edsel, after that bomb pot was so huge for Edsel when he just bluffed it with 9 high.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I mean, you played a, yeah. You got max value, you gave me too good a value, that's all. I want to fold, obviously.
Be right back.
Oh man. Well guys, I think we're in for a fun treat possibly coming up here. In maybe 20-25 minutes we'll have to figure it out. I do not know, but stay tuned.
I'll keep paying you off on there.
It's gonna be good.
I just want to be like the.
But the worst part of it is you're,
I know.
I'm running the
I'm
deck.
trying, but I'm also trying to represent a flush that gets there.
Alright, so Peter here. He's gonna get out of the way. Mike,
Wait, no.
ace nine of spades, we're still talking about that king's hand. Mike L's gonna raise to 60.
It cost him a huge pot. Hey, if Peter sees these odds, he might think it's
And Paul's gonna make the call here with 60 with 7-6 suited. Phil's coming along, Queen Jack. Matt, Uncle Matty's got King Jack. Ace 3-5, couple of clubs here. Mike and Harlan both bink off an ace. Paul with a gut shot straight draw. Harlan bets 1 1/4. Mike calls the one. Oh, I'm sorry. Mike is actually going to pop it up, going 250. He wants some vengeance on Harlan.
I draw the 2 outs again? I feel like I am.
And boom, Harlan lays it down. Mike's like, yeah, buddy, give it back. I want all of it.
Alright, I just gave you I could have turned to 7.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you click that heart and follow us. We're here with you, spewing cash game action like this every Monday and Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday, we have a fun 1-3 game, and that is actually going to be with live commentary from me and the bearded wonder, the Jake. Now, Nat over here with 7 deuce is going to limp in. They are not doing any sort of 7 deuce prop bet game, but Nat is just a sucker for flipping over 7 deuce like a winner. Uncle Matty's coming along with ace jack. He is going to raise to 50 bucks.
Yeah, I thought too. What was that? I should have bet the turn. Call something. Yeah, you bet.
Harlan's going to come along with 7-6, as is Peter. And Mike L's going to get out of the hand. And Nat's coming along too with 7 deuce, you dirty bird. I love it. Nat just can't wait to just bluff somebody off a hand so he can show 7 deuce. All right, 10-5-3, couple hearts here on the flop.
Check the bill.
Bill spikes a 5, and technically speaking, that's the best of it right now. Harlan with a straight draw.
What?
And the 4 gets there. God, Harlan with that run good, man. So Harlan just cinches up the straight. And he's the only player, there's only 2 players here with a heart, and his heart would be good even if another heart peels. 150. Bet by Harlan and Nat. And Nat coming along just because he really wants to table this 7 deuce here. And Bill H comes along as well. Another 5. Oh my God, of course. So another 5 here on the river. Bill H hits trips. Might be enough to get him to give Harlan some money for sure. Bill H is never folding here. Harlan with the check mark. Harlan first to act from the small.
That's 475.
Harlan bets 475 into 710. And I think Nat has already folded. Now we all know, guys, that Bill loves to look up players, especially Harlan, and I don't think Bill's going to go anywhere here with a set of 5s, and he or straight 5s, and he does not. It's a nice hand. So Harlan is going to take this one down with the straight. What a setup, Bill. You give a player like Bill H trip 5s, he is going to pay you whatever you want all day.
Oh, looks like a fun one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, big city right there.
Poker Pro Eric says Bill never folds anything. What if I agree?
I've seen him fold like 2 hands in existence.
A lot of excitement in the room tonight. You know, poker in Sacramento historically slows down in the summer. I have not seen that this summer.
No, especially, I will take this. Stones has rock solid air conditioning. So on those 108 degree days,
Yeah.
if you're not in a swimming pool, you might as well just come here. I mean,
We have such good air conditioning that on the 110 degree days, people were actually complaining it was too cold in here.
oh, and that's the thing is, it's weird because you come in here and you wear the glorious Stones hoodie, and then you step out outside for a second for like a smoke break, and it's just you walk into an oven. It's
Right.
disgusting.
It's like Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like a warm up for Vegas.
Enjoy. You get to go tomorrow.
Literally.
What time do you leave tomorrow?
Noon.
Nice. I'll send good vibes your way. Hashtag no plane crash.
Thanks.
I got you, bro.
What a jerk.
Funny thing about going to Vegas, flying to Vegas, it's always a party on the plane. You got bachelorette parties, people drinking, having a good time. Flying back, it's like a flying morgue. It's
Yeah.
death. It's complete silence.
True.
Everybody's hungover, barely awake, barely alive.
I just really hope that my flight attendant makes the lost wages joke. That's my favorite one.
Is that similar to a game attendant?
Similar.
FA in row 6. All right, 9-10 deuce here on the board. Bill H spikes a 9, but Harlan's got him out monstered here. Top pair with a 10. Russ, 3001, buddy. This is table stakes here. You are allowed to buy in for up to the biggest stack.
How do you call him the flop there?
Bill H and Harlan going at it again. We should just do a heads up game with
It's
these
so
two.
sick. Those two are so sick. Any two cards.
Bill raises it.
And Harlan folds it. Harlan's like, look, man, I'm not going to
Bill
give you
didn't
any
take a
money back.
flush draw.
I just binked off like a $2,000 pot from you. So here's taking a look at stacks, guys. Large stacks. This 5.5, 3.7K for Edsel, 3.6K for Mike.
Edsel's come up in the
Peter,
world.
3K. Yeah, Edsel's been climbing, man. And he said we haven't really seen Edsel on the stream before, yeah?
I feel like we have once, but we didn't have a picture of him.
Well, he's definitely holding his own, and against players of this range, I mean, you have a solid mix at this table of just I play any two cards players, relatively rock solid players, players who aren't afraid to mix it up. Edsel is definitely holding his own. Relatively. I can't just give him too much credit. Right?
Looks like we have, is that a live straddle or was it just a call? All right, looks like Paul's just calling there. Bill's in with 8-3, why not? It's a double down hand.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do a shot with Jake in the parking lot.
Bill,
Nailed it.
how do you not call him?
And we are around. And it's a check. We have 6 players in this, and you can see a whole range of great hands. Edsel continues to run good, flopping top 2, king, queen. It's going to be hard to get paid on this one, not much else to work with. However, right, I might have spoke too soon. Harlan bets.
Why would you do that? Can't you just let me have a pot? Can't just say, hey, thank you.
We're now heads up, Edsel and Harlan. 9 on the turn gives Edsel the check mark already. This should be the end of it. I don't know how crazy Harlan wants to get here. Edsel's checking and letting him hang himself. And there's a jack on the river, changes nothing. Edsel still with the check mark. However, kind of a scary card. Does make one card away from straight possible. And it looks like Harlan's stacking up chips to fire one more time at this. Harlan thinking about bluffing Edsel off top 2 with 4 deuce. Harlan's playing the board, however,
Well,
there
4
is
card
a
straight
4
out
card
there.
straight on the board.
Love to exploit that board. If any player loves to exploit that board, it's Bill and Harlan.
There you go, Harlan 300, Edsel lays it down. Wow, Harlan shows
Oh,
the
and he
bluff,
shows.
4 deuce, so sick.
You not a nice man.
And that's poker, folks. That right there just showcases why Harlan is such a great player.
Yeah.
His ability to take a hand like that, to bluff on a board right there, and get a very strong hand to lay down. Chat room can't believe that he folded.
Yep.
Would you have folded?
I didn't see the way, and actually, I was just going to bring this up. So I didn't see the way the hand played
Edsel
out,
pretty
but
much check called the whole way. He flopped top 2 and check called the whole way.
Oh, okay.
He let Harlan do all of it.
yeah, See, I don't know. For me, man, it's
Third miss deal.
shame. Don't know your name. Well, we do know your name, actually. We do. It's true. You have, I mean, you wear a name badge. It's relatively
Yeah,
easy.
that helps. Crazy hand. Been a lot of really crazy hands. I have a feeling there's more to come.
Ah, that's a good read. Your spider sense is tingling.
Something's tingling.
Weird. I gotta leave.
Don't forget, guys, if you spot me out in Vegas, I'll be there tomorrow all the way through Saturday. First one to come up and say what?
Where are you going?
Nowhere. We got one of these sweet Stones hoodies. It's going to be in my bag. I'm going to take it out, hand it to you, take a quick picture. You want a free Stones hoodie?
Voila.
Here's your chance. Just got to find me in Vegas. My main hangout's going to be Wynn, Aria, Rio, maybe even Planet Hollywood, so look for me there.
It's a strong call. 3 chips. Hopefully.
When I first started playing poker, I used to always try and limp in with big hands and like re-raise people when they would make moves.
Not anymore. No. And I feel that that
Lose
move,
way too much value.
And I feel that move's so played out now. The whole like limp in early position with kings or aces, and then re-raise like a beast. All when somebody puts in a small raise, I feel like it's just you might as well turn your hand face up.
Yep.
Like, oh, nice aces or kings in first position. Now, granted, if you do that and you have absolute air, good for you. I'm still going to give you credit for aces or kings.
But most people aren't going to do that.
Uncle Matty here with a nut flush redraw.
We don't know what Bill H has yet, but it doesn't really matter.
No, Bill H, any 2 cards, way good enough.
But the reason is because he has his cards way far away from his sensor there. You can see those little diamonds on the table actually have the RFID. There we go, someone told him. The RFID sensor is under those diamonds, and the cards have antennas in them. And that's how we're able to see them. It's not like the old days where they had pocket cams or little glass, you know, with a camera underneath.
Gnomes, lawn gnomes.
Gnomes, yes. Let's just stick with gnomes.
King queen.
You are so far
That would actually be more difficult.
Put that in, damn it. You have ace.
Ace 7 suit.
Does it play?
Oh, no, it wasn't that. I think they took Matty's ace and then they took Bill's 7 hearts and he's like, I had the flush.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good river for me.
515, Maddie, it works, baby.
Man. Is there anything else I can do for you tonight, Bill? I'm raising. Look, he's got the...
Should have put the whites in there, damn it.
So a new hand coming out here. We're catching up with the graphics.
Even the smallest stack at this game has 1,300. Yeah, this is a sizable, fun game right here. This is a fun little
Robert's
5-5.
raising, going up to 50 with Ace King. Harlan called. He has deuces. And Mike's playing as well.
King, queen suited.
I like it.
Matt's got 10-3.
Why not? 10-3.
But you got the button, though. The button is like, it might as well be a way better hand than 10-3. Doesn't even
And
matter.
Bill with Ace 4.
Oh, Bill will play that from any position. That
And
doesn't
Maddie, why not? Why shouldn't Maddie come in now?
It's a solid pot building right here.
6 players, we're going to see a flop.
Ace 9-3, top for Robert here.
Good news for Robert.
And Nat has a pair of 3s and possible backdoor flush draw. And lots of 3s for Nat, like a beast. So it does get checked all the way around here, and Bill insta-fires the bet on the flop, or I'm sorry, on the turn here. And Robert's gonna call. And Harlan's gonna give a speech and fold.
We'll show and tell first.
Show and tell's fun. Mark over here, King Queen is gonna put in a pretty solid raise here. That's a lot of green. A little less than I thought. That's 145. And Nat is just gonna call here from the button. And that could be setting up. There's no flush draw. There's really no straight draw. That could be setting off some alarms here for Mike. Just the flat call from Nat on the button. You hate it. You absolutely hate it here. Four on the river.
Well, that's a wrap for Nat. Mike still has his hand? Kind of shocked. What's he calling for here?
Mike was in raised. He made a move at it on the turn. Popped to like 145.
He's
and
checking
checks. Now, 2 players checked you on the river. You're going to Value Town all day here. Don't pretend you're not, Nat.
I love Nat's expressions.
Oh, Nat's gonna play it super safe.
Wow. Does he think they're trapping, or he just thinks he can't get a bet called?
Well, I think it was really kind of Robert that threw him off. I think heads up there, he goes for value. With Robert checking, maybe Robert could have been doing something sneaky to see if he could induce Mike to fire there. Nat was just playing it safe. Get some showdown value.
I've never seen Nat play this cautious before.
That's definitely out of character.
Are you well versed in our bomb pot?
And we're getting Steven out of the box.
Oh, this is
Janice coming in.
So you won the rack jack at 9.
And we got Ben at the table. Let's see if we can hear what's going on here. It's a rack attack.
Oh, it's a rack attack, so there's 200 in there, plus and then doing a $50 bomb pot on
Oh,
top.
fun. Okay.
Oh, so sick. Okay, guys, so rack attack means they drew this table. They're going to come, they're going to put $200 in the pot already up for grabs. Free money on the house. We all love free money. Now, on top of that, because we're just that sick, all the players are going to throw in another 50 bucks, 9-handed, so it's 450 plus the 200 in there. So we are automatically going to have 9 players catching a flop with 650 to start the hand.
Should be fun.
Game on. This could get interesting. Gambling alert, gambling alert. Okay, 8, 9, 3 here, couple of diamonds. Let's see what we got cooking here. Robert does have top pair with a 9. Too many hands to even see. Harlan also has a 9 as well. Open-ended by Uncle Matty here.
And still with a 9 as well.
And Mike is open-ended as well with the same 710. So that's 500?
Did he say 500?
Yeah, buddy, let's get cooking.
Wow, betting half the pot. And
Now that doesn't
Robert,
even include the bomb pot, so there's actually another, add 200 to that pot size right now.
Harlan with Queen 9 going nowhere.
So 500.
Everybody hit the 9.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a large pot.
This escalated quickly.
This is sick.
Hey, look at Uncle Matty sitting there open-ended.
Oh my God, listen to this.
Mike's
This is gonna
open-ended.
be
Look, Uncle
awesome.
Matty and Mike both with the 10-7. Bill wants to call so bad. He's
Oh,
like,
he does. He's like,
please
it
let
doesn't
me
even
have
matter.
something.
I know.
Please let
He
me
hasn't
have
even
something.
looked.
Please let me have something.
This is sick.
How can he call? He can't.
He can't, and he actually woke up with a solid hand too. He can't do nothing.
He looking at me wants to call so bad he knows he can't. Yeah, you can't do it. Uncle Matty? Uncle Matty
Oh
gambled
my
there.
God! Look at this pot.
This is a massive
There's actually
pot.
plus 200 in the bomb, or plus 200 with the original rack attack. So there is 2,700 in the pot now. This is sick.
All right, 4 players left. The pot is huge.
Oh, I love this game.
Edsel says all in.
ships it.
That's like a $3,000 all-in bet, and that's about what Harlan has.
That is a
Or
solid.
Harlan has like
That's
2.
about a 3K bet right
It
there.
says 2 there, but I also see that Harlan actually has maybe 25, 27. Oh, he's got like.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a
has him
lot.
covered.
Harlan's got like
Harlan's
Harlan's got
chip
a lot.
count is off here, so.
So yeah, Harlan, you can see right there, he's got 2K in just green, another 600 in red plus the white. Harlan's got like 45 or
This is a
$3,500 bucks.
$3,000 call for Harlan with top pair.
Calls.
He sticks it in.
Oh my God. Holy jeez.
If you guys want to get into this game, it's live right now. It's
And this
Stones.
is so sick because Mike and Uncle Matty know
They're
that
behind.
if they hit,
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, Value Town to the sickest, but now there's so much in there. So by Harlan jamming in here for 3,500, Harlan, I don't know, did he just call or did he jam all in?
Says all in.
Well, yeah, but that's
Oh,
because
yeah,
the
but
chip
the
stack's
I don't
on.
know. I'm
If he
not
jams
sure.
all in, that really puts Matty, and because that's a big difference. Well, it doesn't really matter because actually Edsel's got everybody covered with the 3K anyways, the other players. So
Mike really thinking this through, checking out his chips.
This is sick.
Calculating the equity he has in this pot. This is huge.
Why do I feel that the straight, even regardless of single or full, the straight's never gonna get there? I feel like because everybody has none of their outs, and everybody, I mean, it's gonna get there. It's so sick. Wow. This pot is huge.
And this is what Jen does. She comes in first hand, deals a massive hand.
Let's talk real quick, Tay. So actually, Harlan has extra 1,100 on top of that. So now if you add that plus the 200 we're missing, that's 1,300 on top of the 7.4.
Yep.
So we're actually at $8,700 in this pot right now.
Another 2, right?
No, I added that.
Oh, you did.
So if you add his 11 plus the 2,
gotcha, okay.
right, to cover his 3K all in, yeah, this is an $8,700 pot with 2 players left to act. GCT18 says the house throws $200 in a pot and breaks the game.
Pretty much. This is why all of the other games they convert it to a limit game for the bomb because it makes it go crazy sometimes. People will risk thousands of dollars to get that $200 bonus.
So yeah, so you're at 8,700 now. So if you're Mike, it's sick because even if you want to go all in for the 2,800, you're getting 3-1 on your money.
And you're just thinking how big a pot you can win. Like this is what you play poker for,
this
right?
could be this could be the biggest 5-5 pot I think we've had.
Well, if these guys call, it definitely will be.
And he makes the call and
my
gets
God.
it in. Holy crap, guys. This
Now
pot,
we're around to Maddie, and how do you not gamble here with only 800 left?
So let's add the 1,300 on top. This is insane. So now you're talking this pot's 11.5. This pot is 11.5. Maddie's got 800 left. You get it.
Look at Matt. Look at Matt. He's over there. He's like,
I cannot believe this.
he loves it. He loves the action.
I cannot believe it.
Master C says Maddie should snap call.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to agree with only 800
And without
behind.
you don't even think about it. You have to. If you lose it, you lose it. It's only money. You can remake it. Oh no, but Maddie's got more that counts off. It says Maddie only has 800. Look at Maddie's stack.
Yeah.
Maddie has like 1,500.
The counts are off. He's at like 15. Now it's on. Wow.
Oh my God! So let's add in the other 1,300. The pot's at 11.5, and
Maddie
it's another
going to be
16.
15,000.
Oh my God!
This is a 4-way all-in.
This is like a 14K
crap,
pot, guys. Holy crap!
And all this over a $200 racket tab.
No, not 4 ways.
Well, plus the $50 bomb, so the other 4K is crazy.
Wow.
Suited Aces says thanks a lot, Edsel.
This is
Look what you did.
insanity.
This is
Do you
nuts.
think Edsel at this point is like, oh crap, I didn't know I was going to shove and get 4 callers?
Brick.
That's
Oh
Harlan.
my God, Harlan.
That's all Harlan.
Takes it all. Harlan takes the whole
Look
damn
at that.
thing.
Congratulations, Harlan.
Harlan, look at this. He can't. He can't even believe it's good. He can't even believe it's good.
That's what's up! That's how you make a call.
You make a call.
Oh my God, this is
I knew they were on
insane
draw.
hands.
I knew they were on draw.
Okay, guys, if you're looking at the graphic there, 10.8K pot, that is up. This is a $15,000 pot that Harlan just scooped with Queen 9.
Oh my God, drinks on Harlan.
Harlan calls off with top pair here?
Yeah, it's insane.
Queen 9
It's insane. The way the whole hand worked out. Edsel said, I got top pair, I'm going to bake it. Harlan overcalls. Then the 2 draws are almost forced to call for value. It's so sick.
Let's take a look at this pot.
Look at that pot. You can't even, how do you even stack that?
Congratulations,
God.
you see this?
Oh my God.
Holy crap. Harlan scoops what is very possibly the biggest 5-5 pot we've ever
Oh,
seen.
that's definitely one of the biggest pots. Yeah.
Over 12
Oh,
pots.
at least. Oh no, with our even with our numbers and the chip counts off, yeah. it's close,
Jake
yeah.
is saying it's over $12,500 pot. Massive pot. And
Dude,
we are,
look at that. He just literal piles of chips.
we bust 3 players.
Piles. Holy
3
crap.
players felted.
Sean McCormick, you chimed in at just the right time,
Oh,
buddy.
wow, Sean. We needed to replay that one later.
Dude.
Holy crap, let's write the
That
time
is
down.
going in the record books right there. From 9:30 on, man. 9:30 on. Good God.
You had diamonds?
Biggest pot. Biggest pot in a
So,
5-5
Poker Pro Eric says 12-6. We have Jake here with real world numbers. Harlan counting it all up. I think it ended up being when he's at 13, some change, 13-5, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a beast.
And that right there is why you play Queen 9.
And yeah, if you want to learn how to play poker and be profitable, just look at Harlan snapping off 4 players with Queen 9.
GCT18 says $400 tip appropriate?
Why the hell not?
Maybe.
Good God.
I mean, it's Jen. If anyone deserves it, it's her.
Look, and I love Jen wastes no time. I'm not going to sit here while you worry about stacking your pot. I got cards.
Harlan can't even get his cards on the sensor anymore. He has too many chips.
That. Good God. He can't get his cards on the sensor.
That is, look. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing right there. Holy crap.
Jen's just like, whatever you want to do, bro. Whatever you want to do. Just throw in money.
Look at Harlan. Do you think Harlan's happy right now?
Oh my God.
I feel like he's a little happy.
God, guys, that is one of those just perfect storm pots. Holy crap. Insane.
Oh my God. Poker Pro Eric makes a really good point. If Harlan had folded, 9-5 would have taken that down.
So sick.
Would have been even crazier. Holy crap. Would it be safe to say right now that Harlan is the chip leader?
Now, okay, I can tell you this. Bro. Now I want to watch Harlan and
God.
go for it. That is insane.
That is so sick. So Jake runs over to the door right there. He says, lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
No one's leaving tonight.
End of story. Lock all the doors. Harlan's got like 15K in front of him. He's locked the doors.
That is the hand of the year.
Good God.
It goes from Rack Attack to Bomb Pot to Queen 9 scooping 12.5K.
Harlan just got his WSOP buy-in.
He sure
Done deal. He's in. Next.
He did it, guys.
He just satellited to the World Series of Poker in one hand.
Jen tells us, hey Harlan, I need your chips off the sensor. Harlan's like, I'm trying. These are good problems to have, people.
Oh my God.
So we do have a new hand shaping up here. Peter K.
Harlan doesn't even know what to do. First world chip problems.
Yeah, hand of the year is on lockdown for sure.
And now you can see why we thought they might have hit the bad beat earlier.
Yeah,
Because
that was
crap
pretty
like
exciting.
that goes down.
It was pretty exciting.
Harlan's just trying to pick out all the little white chips, those pesky hundreds, in the rest of his stack.
That was so gross.
Good God.
I thought it was a jackpot when the way they were celebrating over there. I thought that was a
wouldn't?
jackpot. When we were talking about it tonight, we wanted it to happen.
I really thought it was a jackpot.
That's pretty close though.
And then I'm looking at the way that the hand starts, I'm like, oh my God, this is not a jackpot, but this is the hand right here. Here it is.
I don't think a lot of
Man.
Okay, this is all over Twitter already too. According to Nat, it's over 14K pot.
Yeah, no, we added that up. Even with the chip counts off, hands down. Look at the picture of that pot. Can we blow that up? Yeah, let's zoom in and let's show that.
You know what? I'm going to. I'll text it to Bob, and we'll actually put it up on the.
That's
on the
such
screen.
a great picture. What happened? What happened? What's high score mean? Is that bad? I think I broke it. Good God. 14K pot. Ain't no thing. Just the sheer amount of the pile of chips. Chip management. You know what? I'll just go over there and stack his chips for minimum wage. Guaranteed win.
Minimum wage.
Guaranteed win. Well, minimum poker wage. That's like 20. That's like 20 an hour. I think Poker Pro Eric's onto something here. If Edsel checks, the pot never gets over 4,000. The pot doesn't go nearly as high as it did. But by him doing that, it just, I mean, honestly, Harlan should tip Edsel.
You have to be sitting there as Edsel after you shove into that pot and get 4 callers behind for those stacks and just kind of be going, oh crap.
Yeah.
You know?
Suited Ace says, can we color up Harlan to some plaques in the game? Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's make those plaques. They say 25K. Let's make them $2,500 plaques. And give them
Stone's live, folks. Click the follow button. Where are you going to get free poker streaming with this kind of action?
If you don't like that, guys, you just don't like poker. Just shut it off. You're done.
Oh my God.
Now, as you can see, we can't see Harlan's cards because he physically, we can almost see the edge of the arena. There we go.
Just stuffing them under the chips to get them on the sensor. Then they showed up. It worked. Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is...
And Jen just takes no crap there. She just jams them in.
Jen's like, I have things, guys. I have a game to run. I don't care if you're over there playing in the sandbox of chips, Harlan.
Oh my god.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Harlan's gonna be stacking those chips for an hour.
Listen, he needs help stacking too. I think the chip runner's like, can you help him stack his chips, please?
I'm looking over there. He's still stacking.
Chip stacking assistance table 11, please.
Oh my god. And Sean McCormick getting onto the stream at the exact perfect moment.
What a setup. Sean McCormick gets rigged. He rigged it.
He did rig it. He
rigged
must
it.
have. There's no way it wasn't rigged.
Classic.
Classic Sean.
It's like a blue turtle shell hitting you at the worst moment. Harlan's got way over 12,000 on that. I believe confirmed it was about a 14K pot. Well, we don't even know because you can't even see Harlan confirm it because he's still stacking.
Harlan has so many chips, he needs to hire a professional chip stacker to help him.
Look at that. He needs call in reinforcements. He is unable to stack this many chips by himself. This is Rod Barber. Do you need my assistance?
They just shut down the live stream anyway after that.
Harlan says that we should just shut down the live stream after that. He might be right. I mean, what hand can be exciting after
Did
that
he
one?
just scoop a 14K pot and then mic drop it right there? Just done. Harlan says that chip count's definitely not right.
Yeah, he has more than 9K.
He's got like, that was a 14K pot, guys. Peter wants to just reach over and I'll grab one of these
counts, they
stacks
don't
away.
even matter anymore. Look, if you want to know who has chips, just Harlan has them all.
Winning. Harlan's winning.
Harlan won.
Harlan's our chip leader.
Game over. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, we got it. His chips are way over 9,000. We know. We know.
Chip level over 9,000. 9K strange. Oh my god, I love our chat.
Wow, and we do have an open seat if anybody would like to play in this exciting game.
Guys, it
Seat
is
open.
Now it is table stakes. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to sit at this table and buy in for $14,000. You have every right to do that.
Oh my god, that was the craziest hand ever. I'm gonna immediately when we end the stream, I'm just gonna go watch it again.
Oh yeah, it's so great. Rick and Barstow says Jake's waiting there. Harlan, you can't leave yet. Lock
Rick
your
and
doors.
Barstow thinks he's making a joke.
Oh no.
But
no.
he doesn't understand. Jake's actually waiting.
Harlan is actually sitting right by the back door, and we just threw a chain around it with a padlock. 2 padlock. Harlan is not going anywhere. Where's Harlan going? Nowhere.
Good job. Man, you've been practicing.
It was solid.
I like it. Did you know that if someone spots me in Vegas and says that, they're going to get a free Stones hoodie?
Wow.
Holy crap.
Did you know that Harlan can't stack his chips fast enough while he's busy flopping 2 pair? Top 2?
Jesus, Harlan.
Dude,
Give these guys a chance.
Leave some chips on the table for the rest of
Here's
us.
the thing. If you win every hand, people are going to stop playing.
God, look at this. And of course it's against Bill. We got Bill and Mike both with monster gut shots here. He might give some of it back here. Look at this. And of course he just raises. It's so sick. It's so tilty, right? Because like a player stacking his chips just like, hey, I can't stack them fast enough. I'll throw some back to the fish, right? It's so brutal.
Everything, all of this.
And that's all they can talk about is that hand. Harlan kind of becoming a little celebrity here on Stones Live, huh?
Just monster, man. And Bill H is like, you know what, dude? Now I can't. Oh, there we go. Check that out. That's a fun card. So
no,
now
Bill.
everybody wakes up with top pair along with their straight draw, and Harlan's 2 pair still good here.
Oh, Jesus.
God, guys, is this
What
going
a
to be another
dumpster
monster
fire.
pot? This is so sick. This is so sick here. Harlan's like,
I hate college says I'm never signing up for this 5-5 game again. I don't have the balls to play. Oh my god.
look at this. So he bets
dude.
350 now. Insta call from Mike L. You know it's going to be at least an insta call from Bill H here.
Harlan is not going to stop until he's collected every
This is
single
so
chip on the
sick.
table.
This is another 2K pot right here. Oh, everybody
Bill,
gets there,
that's
and Mike makes a
Mike
straight.
makes a straight. This is so gross.
Now this is called the little rebate back here.
Little.
Little rebate back. Oh, look at that. Mike is just like stacked.
He's just like.
Now
yeah.
this is sick because that is enough
it.
to put Bill all in here, and Bill does make a hand, and then as Zahn sits down, lock the doors.
I know, right?
Lock the freaking doors.
Wow.
Holy crap. This is sick.
Oh, Bill, good
fold,
job
Bill.
getting away from that, Bill.
Guys, Bill's fold button isn't broken. Somebody lied to you.
Does Harlan call off and give some money back here?
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, good fall.
Wow.
Well, Mike went a small pot, 2,000.
Mike's like, dude, rebate. And you know what? And he pretty much got, I don't know, I think he was into that last spot for 2 or 3K himself. So I think he actually got, you know,
a little bit back.
Yeah, he got probably
Let's
half,
see where Mike's
half
at
to
here.
3/4 of that back.
According to our
there it
stats,
is. Look at that picture of Harlan with that pot.
There it is. That
guys,
is the hand of the night.
And just pay attention to the stack of white in his hand. Just that is $2,000.
Yeah.
Just the chunk of,
that might be more than 20.
That's like 25.
That's a great
it's like
picture.
25
I'm gonna send that to Harlan Knight, post it up on his Facebook wall. The biggest, I'm pretty certain that this is the biggest 5-5 pop.
Oh,
we've
hands
ever
down.
had. I'm
Hands
pretty
down.
sure.
Hands down.
Congratulations, Harlan. What a huge hand. Started as a $200 rack attack, $50 bomb pot, $50 bomb pot.
Yep.
Ended up in a 4-way all-in. Harlan takes down a $15,000 pot with queen
So
nine.
there's $650 in the pot just on the flop, and then shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
Straight up.
quite literally.
Yeah, literally. Literally. Guys, if you're just tuning in and you missed it, make sure you click that heart, then you can come back and follow us, and you can see the after replay later. That is going to be quite the hand to watch.
Yes, Phil Hellmuth, Harlan had queen nine. He flopped top pair and ended up with a 4-way all-in. Top pair was good. 2 players called with open-ended straight draws and missed. The other kind of sick thing is had the straight draw got there, those 2 guys are still chopping that pot. You know, they don't even get to scoop it.
You know what I was on that when I was playing with that movies and that guy? I wanted to screenshot that one. No, when the guy docked and he checked raised me 5K. I want to screenshot that.
7 pops off here, does complete a possible diamond draw. Only 2 players remaining with a diamond, one of which is Harlan, no surprise there. Pulse 6 of diamonds actually good if he gets there. Ace already in the lead. Harlan's finally got some chip management under control.
Yeah, let's see, we can get a
Stacks
quick
of white.
count. There's
Well,
8,000, maybe 9, 10,
almost 9 in white.
11. He's got about 12 sitting in front of him still, and he just gave away, what, a couple thousand on that last hand?
Over 1,000, yeah. About 1,000.
And guys, just ignore those chip counts right there. They are off. We had too many chips moving around and we lost track. We just counted down Harlan's chips. We kind of eyeballed. He's still sitting on about 12K.
Sometimes it's good to be Harlan.
Most of the time, I think.
Yeah,
it's good to be
that's
Harlan.
very
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Azan, very happy to be joining this lineup.
Yeah, guys, so we got about 10 minutes left in our stream here. I hate to say it, I don't think we're going to see more action than that. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there.
Suited Aces wants to know what the minimum buy-in is for the game. And if you're asking about the minimum buy-in, you're looking for the wrong game.
This is not the game. This is not the game.
If you had $200 for this game, just go to blackjack. Better luck over there, right?
Oh, yeah. This game, I'm telling you right now, after that pot with that player lineup and who's sitting down and who's on the list, this game will go all night, hands down. Yeah. This game is not going. Where's this game going? Nowhere.
Bill flops 2 pair.
On diamond draws, I go, I love it.
And Robert's getting with it. Betting pocket 6s.
He had a jack. He pulled it a jack.
Bill's gonna bump it up, 125. That probably tells Robert all he needs to know. Yep. Guys, I wish we could do OT. I'm sorry. Everyone asking for OT in the chat room would be a great game for it, but we have to figure that out way back then. These guys are already gone. We're watching footage that's already been recorded. Remember, we're live. We're with you 100% live, but this game is 25 minutes in the past. So unfortunately, we will not be able to do OT. We got a couple hands left for you this evening. We do appreciate you joining us for a really exciting game. I knew what this lineup was going to be.
Dude, all the way.
I'll just give him too good of a price.
Yeah, how do you know?
Another 12.
Yeah, this lineup did not disappoint, dude, in the least.
Like I said, 90% of what I wanted. I needed AD here. If AD was here, it would have been my dream game.
I don't know, man. Even if AD was here or not, that pot, I think that pot was just going to play itself at that point. After Edsel shifted and Harlan called, it was game on.
I just played just like normal. There was a random, he had a random hand.
He had a 9.
He had a 9, but I had a queen. I'm like, I got a pretty good hand.
The threats are real.
It's with the threats.
So Mike L does pop it up to 40. Bill comes along. Now Zahn with pocket 10s is going to re-raise here. He's going to pump it a 3-bet, make it 200 flat.
It's crazy. He pulled a jack.
And Edsel is thinking, no, he's going to let it go. I was thinking Edsel was trying to go for some set mining value just to see if he could get back some of that money from that ginormous Harlan pot.
Edsel, actually, I like his shove there. I mean, consider it's a bomb pot. Everyone's in there with random cards. He has top pair.
And there was a possible flusher out there, and the flush didn't get there, and it did put another flusher out there. He just wanted to take it right there.
He just wanted to scoop it, price everyone out.
So I love how Bill comes along with 6 deuce. I love Bill. So checks around now. Club peels. Azan, no club for Azan. Bill is going to try to exploit this board a little bit. Just under 500, no player with the club. Bill's going to fire 175.
Oh, he takes it.
And Azan's like,
look at
great.
Azan, like just like upset, like how bad his luck is. But little does he know he was actually out front.
Oh yeah,
you know.
This should be the hand right now.
Oh, this is, are we? Oh, I think they're just catching up in the stream to us showing the hand.
Are you doing
All right, guys, this is the last hand here.
This is really sad.
I know. It's sad for everybody.
I don't want this stream to end.
I don't want it
This
to
stream is
end.
so good.
Anytime Harlan has that many white chips in front of him, you know it's real. Yeah, this is about, guys. This is no longer a 5-5 game. This is a 5-5-50 game. I mean, this is what's going down here.
One of the best games I've seen in a very long time.
Sick brags since you put it together.
Now the great thing about this is the moment we finish, you can click on the videos button right above the stream and you can watch it, scroll through, watch it all for free right away. It becomes available. It's pretty cool.
It's done for me. I don't think it was actually raising a 10. I hate college. I think it was just a straddle. 8 Jack 4 here pops out. Harlan open-ended. No surprise there. He'll get it. Mike, pair 8s. Harlan 3 bets to 50, flops open-ended. You know he's going to bink it. Looks like he continuation bets here, 125. Over to Mike, who is, looks like he's going upstairs. More than 125. Raised to 255.
Oh shit.
255, and Harlan's going to come along. And a 10 banks off here. This does just is a huge card.
Guess
for
what?
here.
Harlan has the best hand now.
Yeah, Harlan caught up. No surprise
Can you believe
there.
it?
Yeah. Check, check. 6 of spades peels. No change there. Harlan checks. And Mike checks as well. And Harlan, oh, let's see Mike's reaction when he shows a 10. Oh, man. And he's like, that's all right. So
if I was
sick.
Harlan, I would never leave this table.
Oh, yeah. No, I would just sit there. I'd sit there forever. Forever and ever and ever.
Well, you guys, what can I say? There is
That says it all right there.
That picture is legendary. It's pretty good because we didn't even rehearse that.
Yeah, no.
That is Harlan scooping an amazing
14K pot.
A record.
Done.
A record here on Stone's Live, 14 or 15.
So many chips, he can't even fit his cards onto the reader. You can't even see the reader anymore.
It was, the whole game was amazing, but that hand, there was so much excitement at the table, we actually did think that there might have been a jackpot. Incredible. Thank you guys in the chat room. You guys are my second favorite part of the show tonight. They're usually my favorite, but tonight, this game was outstanding.
That one pot was just that. I mean, I needed a moment alone.
Yeah.
That pot was amazing.
You're saying pot a lot.
Yeah.
I noticed.
I
Guys, if you haven't clicked that little heart icon, we really appreciate it. We would love you to join our family here at Stones Live. We stream every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 with all the sicko action that you can muster here.
Yeah, guys, I think that was a solid taste of what you can expect on Stones Live. I mean, end of story. That was just the best. The worst and the best all at the same time. I love it.
And keep in mind, I am flying out to Vegas tomorrow. I'll be there for 5 days, hanging out at the Aria, the Rio, Planet Hollywood, and the Wynn. Those are my spots. If you're the first person to see me, what do they have to say?
Where are you going? Nowhere.
First person to see that, getting an XL Stones Live hoodie. Justin's modeling it right there. It is sharply, I mean, it makes this guy look good. You know it's good.
It's the only way I get chicks.
Yeah, it works.
It's true.
So I'm excited to give that hoodie away, and thank you again so much for watching Stones Live. We appreciate you having you here, and until the next episode, take care of each other.
Later.